Vocab intact, mind sublime. I react, contact, snap, break your spine. Keep that bullshit, only take what's mine. Every line, every rhyme says a test of time. Niggas are lose and fake like cartoons. Buffoons and straight jokes like National Lampoons. A season change couldn't come too soon. Fake dudes make fake moves, clear the room. Beast mode, Chicago Rilla. West side reside with jacks with cap pillars. Pretty streets for keeps got straight killers. Zombies run the night like a scene from Thriller. You gotta do more to survive right here. Be the leader of the pack or slide back to the rear. While you spitting hard garbage deep inside the ear, I'm making it clear that bullshit is over, nigga. Your end is here. It's here. It's here. Yeah, it's here, nigga.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, Cody?
What's
How
up,
you doing?
drummer? I'm doing all right, you know. A little late on today.
Yeah.
That's my fault. Totally my bad.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm not hating on you. I am hating on the Bears, though. You know, they're really depressing to watch these days. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you know, they lost. So big fuck you to Matt Nagy. You should give up play calling. And yeah, this is just miserable football. You know, your Lions came out with a win.
Oh man, that was a scary game, but in the end, Atlanta gave us a chance to come back, which is pretty much what I guess they do now, where it's like we're an all right team. Spoiler: there's a Thursday night game including them. If you want to know how this is going to end, this might be fun because Atlanta likes to get up ahead and make it look like no one's going to ever come back, and then.
Yep. True that. I agree with you. So speaking of that game, let's go straight into it because I think we got about 13 minutes. Thursday night. Yep. Thursday night football. And this one should be a little better than the previous games we've had to watch on Thursday night. Just because it might be kind of exciting with
I'm hoping it's exciting.
Falcons, losing the lead at the end of the game. I'm gonna predict that's gonna happen.
I don't know if it happens
to Carolina.
If it happens again, though, I mean, like, how many times can this really fucking happen?
I don't know. It's Atlanta, so I think it's infinite number of times. You know,
I will say though, if it went the other way, the Lions, the same thing would be said about the Lions. So I'm just lucky that the Falcons losered the Lions because the Lions also do the same thing. So no matter who won that last game, someone would be saying that something similar.
Yeah, true that. All right, so the last time these two guys met was in Week 5, and the Panthers pretty much held, Matt Ryan in check in that game. He only had just under 6 fantasy points. So it's up to you if you really want to aim at starting him or take a chance at that. I kind of wouldn't. I would stay away from it. Just because Julio Jones is kind of hurt. Is he playing today?
He's playing. No, watching the game last week, he kept going to the sidelines and they were like working on his legs and stuff and like rubbing on it. It was kind of creepy. But he honestly, he looked all right in the game. He didn't look 100% Julio, but he's definitely injured. But I have Julio.
Yeah,
I think that's in the Set Your Lineup League. I have Julio. I'm playing him right now. I have no problems. I have no problems playing him because he's Julio Jones.
No.
And I'm pretty sure you do not have. I don't think you have an alternative that's better than Julio Jones. He's probably going to give you less than you would like, but at the end of the day, he can also give you 20 points. So
definitely. So Julio Jones. So maybe play Matty Ice because now he's got Julio. He didn't have Julio in that first matchup, so that could be why he only had 6 fantasy points. Okay. So Carolina did end up winning that game 23-16. and both running backs of both teams had awesome days. Davis had 25 and Gurley had 23 fantasy points. So I'm expecting kind of the same thing today. And yeah, I think our live feed is frozen.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Let me see. I have to check that.
Yeah. Okay. Should I just keep going? Yeah.
I don't know. Are we talking? Is anyone watching? We have 0 viewers. Says we're going.
All right. Cool.
Well, no, I mean, but it's not. Wait. So I'm on Twitch right now. I'm looking. Twitch looks like it's going.
Twitch looks like it's going. Okay, maybe it's just me. All right.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Let me. I'll check the Facebook. Here.
All right,
I feel like we always got to use this at least once. All right. Well, everyone, technical difficulties drink. As far as I could tell, and I know this is riveting for viewing at home, the feed on our Zoom was frozen, but it's playing elsewhere.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. We got one viewer. So hi, one viewer, whoever you are. Please call in, one viewer. You can join our Zoom call. Or, we got 2 viewers now. So coming out of that, we're coming in hot. We got 2 viewers now. You can ask a question on the chat as always. You can call in at any time. You can join our Zoom and yell at us. We're going to go back to the Thursday night preview. You were saying stuff about quarterbacks. You were against Matt Ryan, then you talked yourself into playing Matt Ryan.
Yeah. Because Julio's playing. So, that's, he's going to be, Matt Ryan's going to be hot or he's not. He's been kind of up and down. He started the season pretty good the first 2 weeks, 27 and 36 fantasy points. And then he had 3 duds, 13, 12, and then 6. And then almost 40 damn near points against Minnesota. So, I mean, he's up and down. But he's got Julio, so maybe he'll be in that upper 25-point range, So,
I feel like he's one of those players that you could possibly have someone else. So depending on who you have else, you could play someone else. But I have no problem playing either of the quarterbacks in this. We have 8 minutes left to kick off. So,
all right.
Yeah. I actually am using Teddy Bridgewater as a bye week replacement in our show league because I have Murray and whatever. Bye week replacement, it's fine with it.
Yeah.
Hope he does well.
Running backs, Gurley, I think he's going to have a monster game. I think he's going to do good. McCaffrey's not playing. He hasn't been activated yet from the IR. We thought he was, but he's not yet. Mike Davis probably going to have another slamming game. Both of these running backs did really good in week 5, so expecting them both to do the same today.
I feel like people are still thinking that Todd Gurley isn't doing well because everyone came into the season thinking that he's not. He's playing all right. I mean, he scored that touchdown last week that he shouldn't have, but you still got in fantasy. That was great for you. It was horrible for his real life team. But hey, the Lions got to win out of it. Thank you, Todd Gurley.
Who would have thought that getting a touchdown would lose you the game?
Yeah.
That's the first time I think I've ever seen that. Move on to receivers.
We got a first question of the night from Blue Crew on YouTube. Your thoughts on Alan Lazard's rest of season outlook? He started out the season hot before the injury, PPR 10-team league. I did actually see Lazard I don't think he was practicing full, but he's starting to be back at practice, so he will be back soon.
They're expecting him back. He could come back this week, but he's definitely going to be back by week 9 is what they're saying.
So Lazard is by far the number 2 target on Green Bay when he comes back. The only thing I'd be worried about on that is there's a lot of trade rumors This is the trade deadline.
Yep.
There was talk about Will Fuller going to Green Bay. Trying to think,
Yeah.
there was someone else that was they're apparently rumored to be looking at wide receivers specifically. And can you blame them with the luck they've had so far this year? Green Bay looks like they can make it far into the playoffs. So
Yeah.
I think Lazard is definitely hold them for another week if they don't pick up a replacement second wide receiver. I think that he's definitely a wide receiver 2 or 3 rest of the
definitely.
season.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so speaking of wide receivers, we already said that Julio's playing and Riley Ridley's playing. Like, Riley Ridley had 136 yards last.
Can I correct you real quick? You're
sure.
talking about his brother or
Oh,
cousin or
Yeah, Calvin Ridley. Yeah, sorry. It's my Bears in me that's coming out. Yeah, thanks for that.
Is that his brother or his cousin or what is? I know they're
I
related.
think it's his brother. I think it's his younger brother. Yeah, but no receivers had touchdowns for Atlanta last time they matched up. So I don't know if that's going to make any difference today, but I'm expecting both players, Julio and Ridley, to snap today. Carolina, same thing. Atlanta has a weak defensive backs that are not stopping receivers at all. So I think, I think Carolina's going to snap too, which they did the last previous game as well. They both had over 100 yards.
All right, real quick, we have a question. Tom Brady or Matt Ryan?
Oh shit!
Tampa Bay is playing someone good. I mean, like a favorable matchup. I think I'm trying to remember who they're playing.
They're playing the Giants.
Oh yeah, the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Tom
problem.
Brady. Tom Brady all the way. There's too many weapons over there, man. Too many weapons.
Yeah.
Even with Chris Godwin.
I
even
guess
with
I
Chris
guess I
Godwin
worry.
out.
I worry about the Giants being bad enough that they don't have to use Tom Brady.
He'll at least play a half. And I think that'll be 20 points.
Oh, and they also said COVID problems. I didn't even think about that. We haven't got to the COVID update yet, but yeah, the Giants had what was it? Going down to the COVID thing. Giants are quarantining all but 4 offensive linemen after left guard Will Hernandez tested positive. 2 of their coaches were also sent. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't think
possible.
about that.
It might be pushed because that's a Monday night game, so they might flex that game into Sunday, similar to what happened last week.
But the thing is, so he's got probably like 5 minutes before the game
Deciding.
kickoff actually starts, and I might actually go Ryan in this one in case they do have to flex that. But geez, that's
I'd rather play Brady, but
Ryan. Ryan might be the safer bet. Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
You're guaranteed Matt Ryan's playing this week.
Yeah,
So I would say go with the guaranteed points because Julio Jones looked all right last week. I mean, Atlanta actually played decent that week. They were trying to run a lot, but I don't know. I think Matt Ryan's going to be a fine play. But do Matt Ryan because we don't.
Yeah.
COVID is such a wild card. There's no way to predict what they're going to do. Oh man.
Yeah. And also, Ryan's had a couple games that have been pretty good back to back. So he had almost 40 points 2 weeks ago, and he had like 25 points last week. So yeah, just put Ryan in, man. Don't even take a chance.
Yeah, doing it now. Like kickoff looks like it's about to happen.
Yeah, do it like right now.
Hurry up! We got to talk about wide receivers. You're starting Julio Jones. I would do Robbie Anderson for sure. What do you think?
All the receivers are going to do good today. All of these guys.
Yeah, I saw you picked up Curtis Samuel. You playing him?
I don't even know. Did I?
I thought you picked him up in one league.
Yes, I did. I did. Yeah, he's in my starting. I got him in my flex with Scotty Miller. Yeah. Oh shit! I just realized that. That's a fucking Tampa Bay game too. Great. The one time you can
of what I saw that game isn't immediately talking about getting moved, but all it takes is another positive in the next day or two, and man, this COVID shit, it's killing me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. You want to jump into the pandemic stuff? Oh, wait. I
You
I
still
got a side bet. I got a prop bet for this game.
Oh yeah, what's your prop bet if you want to get that in real quick?
I made a parlay prop bet, and anytime touchdown for Todd Gurley, Calvin Ridley, Mike Davis, and DJ Moore. So if y'all get a touchdown on a $2 bet, I'm gonna make $38.
Well, good luck. That's a lot of people who need to score.
Yeah, I'm expecting a high-scoring game.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
What do you remember what the over under is on this or no?
It is. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. It is 51.
51? Yeah, that's a decently high scoring game if they're correct. I don't know, for some reason I don't consider it that high scoring, but I might actually have taken the under, but whatever.
Yeah.
We both agreed though. We think the Panthers are winning this.
Yep, definitely.
And I admit, I think Atlanta's due to make a win, and this could totally be it. Like, they've been so close at every game.
Yeah.
This could totally be the one, but man, there's certain times where you don't want to bet against the fact that they keep blowing it. I mean, that Cowboys game early in the year where they were up like 20-something points, and that ridiculous onside kick. I don't know. They find ways to lose. So,
No, yeah, I agree with you. It's kind of sad because they're kind of wasting Matt Ryan's career, I think, right now.
I mean, he made it to a Super Bowl. I mean, he didn't win. Oh, hey, look, Drew's in here. What the hell? Drew.
Did Drew call?
Hey, it's Drew. All right.
What's up, Drew? We can barely see you, buddy. You're all darked out over there. Like you're being interviewed by like 60 Minutes and shit.
Can you hear us, Drew?
Can you hear us?
Again, riveting show stuff.
Drew,
Eventually,
can you
he'll
hear
be here. Is he
Wave
muted?
if you can hear us.
Okay, he can hear us.
We can't hear you. Are you saying stuff?
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Is that a Colts? Is that a Colts hat?
Yeah, that's where I wrote in the
How dare you.
in the Drew is in our Set Your Lineup league, and I wrote in the chat that he's got to call in because he's a Colt fan, but apparently he does not have a microphone that works. You can see the microphone on his headphones, but yeah, screw it.
Are you
It's
muted?
already there. We're doing this. I just wanted to push that again. For some reason, his microphone's not working. But Julio Jones already just made a big play. So 24 yards for Julio Jones.
There you go. That answers that question. Matt Ryan's going to be fired today.
And we still
hear us,
did not
buddy?
hear Drew. All right.
It's okay, Drew. You figure it out. I think it's the hat. I think you got to take off the hat, and I think your mic will work. Just try that.
Julio Jones just made another 28-yard play.
yards.
Hey,
I heard something.
I just heard you. Say something.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
You're
that's
back.
loud. I'm going to
All
turn
right.
you down to here.
And we
How you doing,
still
Joe?
did not hear.
It's
All
okay,
right.
Drew. You figure it out. I think it's the
Oh, you're playing the
Oh.
replay. You want to turn off the replay.
hat. Yeah. It's a bit of a delay.
Yeah. That's why we have the live feed in the Zoom. If you've never called in on Zoom, if you're at home, you can. There's a live feed in there so you can follow the show with all of our great, drops and stuff. You can see them in the Zoom call. How's it
I
going,
think our
Drew?
Zoom froze again. Oh, he's gone.
Did we just lose him?
I think so.
Well, Drew, everybody. This is so fucking stupid.
That was great.
I think that was the best
Yeah.
interview yet.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yeah, we
That's
totally
how-
lost
That's how
him.
we treat Cole fans.
Oh wait, or no, we didn't. He's still list. There's admit.
Admit? Oh, yeah.
All right, he's back. Let's see if
Yeah,
we
he's
can
back.
finally
You're
do
back.
this.
Let's do a sound check, Drew.
I think I hear his house. He's just not talking.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hey, all right.
All right, we hear you. Good job. What's up with that Colts hat, man?
That's my team, guy.
Yeah,
Heartbreaking.
that's why he's on the show right now. Is Lions are playing the Colts, and I said I wanted to hear his view. But first of all, Drew, you're in the Set Your Lineup League, and you were killing it. No one touching you in first place, and you just lost our last two. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, you know, it was bound to happen. But, you know, I feel like I'm going to make my comeback this week. Points are still way up there. I'm still looking good on my I still got a good record. So, you know, lose a couple, but as long as I come back strong, I'll be good. Plus, I got a few guys I needed to get their buys out of the way.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling strong.
Yeah, you have the Josh Allen thing where Josh Allen was just killing everyone you played earlier, and then you had a couple down weeks, and then you had some buys in there. And
yeah, and I lost Chubb, but he's coming back in week 10, I believe. So that'll be crucial. So, you know, hopefully and things will line up in time for the playoffs.
Yeah. We're going to talk about this later in the show on the Set Your Lineup League update, but there is now a 4-way tie for first place instead of you just being alone up there. So, yeah.
No, I'm pissed. I'm not even in it. I'm not even
Yeah.
close to me.
What up,
guys.
co-host?
I don't know, man. That's fucked up, though, man. I'm really upset about it. And I don't know what to do. I'm like looking at the waivers, like, nope, this is not, nope. Nobody's helping me. Nope, nobody's doing shit on my team. I'm like so frustrated this season. It's miserable. It started with Kenyon Drake and then down.
Yeah, you didn't play Kenyon Drake last week, and then you played Kenyon Drake this week, and he didn't do shit for you. So.
And he got hurt. So fuck that guy. You want him, Drew?
No, I'll give you Odell Beckham Jr. for him. How about that?
Oh yeah, sure. It's just as useful.
Yeah, well, he just became out for the season, so.
Yeah,
I know.
I had him in our other league. That was a waste.
Yeah, I mean, he gave a couple, like one really ridiculous week, and then a couple
he
not
was
terrible
on
weeks.
my bench that week.
A lot of people's benches probably.
I didn't know what to think of him coming in the year, where it's just like, okay, he's not really getting the targets and being utilized as much. I had a good team. I was like, screw it, going to bench him, and then went ham on my bench.
Yeah.
How much are the Falcons going to get up tonight before they decide to shit the bed?
Well, they are 4th and 1 right now, and it looks like they're bringing in the kicking team. So.
Young Ho Koo is kicking a field goal right now.
Yep, you're the only kicker Drummer actually likes.
Yep, I love his name. This is just his name. I don't really like him. I just like his name.
But yeah, I think that they will probably get up probably 10 to 14 points at some point, and then
I'm gonna say
lose it
17.
like they always do. I don't think they're going to get up that high. I think that their defense isn't good enough, and Carolina's playing well enough. I don't think Carolina falls that far behind. 10 points tops.
Yeah, I think they're better than the team that they blew it to last week.
Spoiler alerts for this
that.
later. We're going to talk about this later, but
yeah.
I just love this clip, so I'm going to play it now. If you have not seen this, this is Matt Ryan mic'd up before the game losing play right here. This is great.
Yeah, I would don't score. Get the first, get down.
So what does he do? He tells them, do not score. Do not score. They kind of let him go. Oh, no, he trips. He could not stop himself.
Lions are going to get it back. What a mental mistake by Todd Gurley.
Wow.
I just love that in the huddle right before that play. Do not score.
Right.
Good shit. As a Lions fan, like I was kind of already over it. I was like, this is done, whatever. And then I saw that, like, what? They're giving us the ball back with a minute left?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what you gonna do? I don't know. So, you want to get into COVID update real quick?
Okay, yeah, we're going to quick do the pandemic update so we can get this out of the way.
Pandemic.
Yeah, where did my pandemic? There it is.
I got that pandemic.
Come on, Drew, say it. Pandemic.
Pandemic.
You gotta like.
Yeah. So,
Fresh out
Drew,
that pan.
have you ever seen this show or no?
No, not too much.
So we started this like week 1 because like, okay, we're probably going to have to mention some stuff. And now this is a weekly occurrence because half of our news, we've already had to give advice to someone on YouTube because there's pandemic news every week. So Houston, drummer, what's Houston doing?
All right, Houston, they closed their facilities on Wednesday, but it's their bye week. So, but taking appropriate precautions and trying to keep that COVID shit at home and whatever. They played the Packers last weekend, so there's no positives on their team yet so far. The Vikings, they placed Cameron Dantzler.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yep,
Okay.
Cameron
Wow,
Dantzler.
I usually fuck up names, Drew, but I got that one. He's a cornerback for the Vikings. He was placed on the COVID reserve list, so watch out for that. The Giants, they're quarantining all but 4 offensive linemen after a player tested positive, which was left guard Will Hernandez. The rest of the team is on a normal schedule. Outside linebacker coach Brett Bielema,
Whatever, I don't know him.
and defensive back coach Jerome Henderson also sent home, I guess because of the close quarters.
They didn't specify. But yeah, long story short, like we were just saying earlier with the guy on YouTube, yeah, I guess we got to monitor that one because number one, even if they do play, if you guys watched the Raiders game last weekend after all of their linemen had a quarantine all week, it affects gameplay. So the Giants already suck.
Scheduling.
Yeah.
And scheduling. So, I mean, this is a Monday night game. The Giants play on Monday night against Tampa, so that's the last game. So if you got somebody you want to start other than them, you got to look at Sunday, Sunday night, whatever.
I think luckily for fantasy players, there's, I mean, not a lot of people on the Giants you really, really wanted to play anyways.
Yeah,
so,
but there's a lot of people on Tampa, so.
Yeah, I would definitely play Tampa players if they're playing.
Yeah.
I do have one Giants player. I got Ingram, the tight end.
Well, he might not be a Giant much longer. I heard he's on the trade block, so.
I mean, he's not been doing too bad considering he's on the Giants. So.
All right, next up, we got the Chargers. A player tested positive on Wednesday. They kept the facility open. Also, multiple players have been dealing with evacuations due to the wildfires in the area. Both teams had a bye, so any reschedule will have to fuck up the rest of.
Yeah. So if the Chargers game gets canceled, that's going to automatically form a Week 18 game, is what that was supposed to mean. Also, if you're playing a Charger, I threw in that note about the evacuations because even the quarterback had to evacuate his home because of wildfires. So just know the Chargers, if I like to bet on football, Charger, that's a negative against the Chargers.
Yeah. And I got Justin Herbert, and I'm like, I kind of want to start him, and I think I am. But if I don't, I got to figure out something else because I think I dropped Stafford already.
This is honestly not the week I would start Stafford. I think
exactly.
I think he's going to play fine for football, but Colts have a good defense. Hate to say this.
Yeah. That's why I dropped him this week. I was like, you know what? I could deal without Stafford. He hasn't really been blowing up fantasy, so Justin Herbert's been doing awesome.
Yeah.
So
plus they are playing Denver, and Denver actually plays all right defense too. So
they got
for the Colts, Darius Leonard is back this week, and that's that we've really been missing him the last couple of weeks. He's kind of like the heart and soul and leader of the defense. So Stafford may have some folks got him for him.
I will say our offense has the offense is the one thing I don't worry about with the Lions. It's our defense. Obviously a bad matchup for our offense, but I'm not talking fantasy. I'm talking real football. We're going to still score on you. My main reason I don't think the Lions are winning this isn't any of that. It's you guys are coming off a bye, and you guys are going to be nice and fresh, and I think that you guys were the better team already. My only hope is Phillip Rivers is going to throw an interception.
For the past 18 years, there's been one quarterback in the NFL that I've hated more than anyone, regardless of what team he played on, and it's Phillip Rivers. And so now he's the quarterback for my team. If you've ever seen Major League, he reminds me of Jack Parkman, the White Sox that came and played for the Indians, and everybody hated him. So that's how I feel about Phillip Rivers. My sister has season tickets, and every week that she goes to the game, she makes sure she lets him know that he sucks. And there's nobody there, so they can hear everything you yell.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Out of curiosity, do you know, since she has season tickets, how is that working? Because there's a limited amount in. How many people, like, do they have to pick and choose which season ticket people are going, or
it goes by seniority, so how long you've had them. She's had her tickets I think 20 years.
Okay.
She did not get to go to the opening week, and she was extremely bitter about that. In fact, bitter to the point where I hid her comments on Facebook because I was tired of seeing her complain about it. I mean, I understand, but like they were letting more. It was set by the NFL, so they were letting more people go to watch like the the Major League Soccer games than were allowed to go to the first week of NFL game.
That's
so,
all right,
yeah,
real quick, we got a question on YouTube for Sam. Pick 2 of 3 wide receivers here: Kenny Galladay, Brandon Ayuk, and Deontay Johnson. Which 2 would you pick? I know mine.
I would stay away from Galladay this week.
I think that's crazy. All right.
You think that's crazy?
Over Brandon Ayuk on a team that doesn't throw, and Deontay Johnson, who's playing Baltimore with a really good defense. I know Galladay is going to get double teamed by a good defense, but have you watched any of his highlights the last couple of weeks? Every catch he makes is like a highlight catch. He's going to get his. He changes the Lions' offense. I'm sorry, he's going to put up 100 yards.
Yeah, I'm not that sold on him this week against Indy. I don't know.
I think that Galladay, they can't get away from Galladay.
Isn't Deontay hurt?
Deontay Johnson might. I know he got hurt. I don't know if he still is hurt. Because he came back from injury and re-aggravated last week. I don't know if he's playing hurt. I'm staying away from him anyways, coming off the injury, even if he does play against Baltimore. My picks would be Galladay and Ayuk. Ayuk mainly because, San Francisco is completely injured. He's not. I think he's going to get all the targets. So I think Ayuk's actually a really good play this week. So I say Galladay, Ayuk. These guys disagree with me on Galladay for some odd reason.
Yeah, I'm going with Indy on that. I'm going with Drew. Fuck the Lions.
I hate to tell you this. This is you're biased because you're a Bears fan.
I'm
Stafford.
I want to win our division, and we need all the help we can get.
Stafford to Galladay is a better than any of your quarterbacks to Robinson. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now that is a better connection.
Yeah, I agree, but not this week because I need you guys to lose.
And he's going to definitely throw an interception, at least one.
Who, Stafford?
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
Dude, Stafford, he does not mind throwing into coverage. I mean, I'm going to, when we do our Lions breakdown later, I'll show a couple of highlights, but he just throws into double coverage. He does not care. He trusts his arm. And, sometimes that ends up in a pick or two. I don't know.
They were leading the league in takeaways. I think they've stepped it back a little bit because they had a couple of down weeks. But
and a bye.
Yes, and before they went to play the Bears, I was messaging with my good friend, my cousin, and he's a big Bears fan. And I'm like, yeah, the Colts had the best defense in the league. And he's like, are you smoking crack, dude? You need to put that stuff. I'm like, you might want to look at some stats, buddy.
Well, I remember that game, even talking to Drummer. Drummer was trying to tell me about how overrated the Colts defense was because he's like, well, look who they played. They played like Jacksonville. Yeah. There was I forget who their second game was, but it was like they haven't played any real competition yet. And then
and I was wrong. Yeah, they I was wrong. I'll say that right now. I was wrong. Their defense is stacked. They're playing hot.
Well, who just sucks at wrapping up is that Davis. I'm not sure if you're watching the game at all. Oh, his helmet just came off. They really need to learn how to wrap up those tackles.
That was Bridgewater.
Oh, yeah.
Bridgewater threw a block. Are you watching the game, Drew?
Yeah, I am. Yep. Then again, when the Bears played the Colts, not to go back again, but the Bears defense, the Bears had played similar level teams. They had played
The Lions.
The Colts had played the Jets. The Bears had played the Giants. You know, the
Falcons.
Detroit was, you know, it didn't start the year very well and has looked a little better since. But
honestly,
see.
our offense played fine week 1. It was everyone just forgets about the fact that if Swift catches that last ball, we won that game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And your DBs kept falling like flies.
Well,
through
yeah.
that game.
Honestly, I say it every week. It's like, well, it sounds like Trufant and Coleman might be back. Honestly, the Lions might win if we get Trufant and Coleman back, but that's a big if because I've been saying that week after week. But we haven't played one game with our starting corners yet. Like, how the hell are you supposed to do that? Like, I think it was week 2 that we had literally none of our corners were our starting corners.
Yeah. And as for the Colts, their O-line, who is generally, when they're all healthy, is the best O-line in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of, I think, Dallas has a pretty good O-line too, but it doesn't matter currently. But their center's still out, I believe. Kelly is still hurt, so that's a big hole in the middle.
Yeah.
So
you don't need much against our defensive line, which has actually been playing better the last couple of weeks because we decided to switch from a 3 front to a 4 front, and apparently adding that extra person, we needed it. So
all right. There's a new rookie on the Colts D line, DeForest Buckner, who is looking like a beast. I mean, a lot of folks dogged him for taking him so early in the draft, but he's looking like a load. You got to put 2 people on him every time, and when Justin Houston's in there as well, then it's too much for folks to handle. So.
Yeah. Our offensive line's been holding up all right, but I still think you guys get some sacks in there. I mean, we're not like we don't have as good as an offensive line as you guys. Let's put it that way.
Right.
I don't want to talk about offensive lines because
Why don't you want to talk about offensive lines?
They don't have one.
Exactly. We don't have one.
Oh,
We
wait,
do
yeah.
not have one.
Again, we were going to play this later in here, but I like doing spoilers anyways. We got this play. Did you catch the game on Monday? The Bears game with the Rams. Like, this was the worst play there. Remember this? Man,
Yeah.
Every single time.
Every single time. That's bullshit. So I don't know. Anyways, you want to get into our news, Cody?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's do the news. Hold on one second. Do her.
All right. Week 8 news. Miami extended Adam fucking Shaheen to a 2-year contract for $7.85 million fucking dollars.
You know I put that number 1 on the news?
Oh my god, it's so stupid. I can't. 3.2 guaranteed. Oh my god, he had touchdowns in the last 2 games, and he's still not even a number 1 tight end there. He's a number 2.
It's not a lot for a tight end. It's just they found a tight end that was good enough to pay, and they want to keep him there for a couple years.
I know, but he's already there. Like, why do you offer him a 2-year deal?
It's an extension.
Yeah, I know, but it just blew my mind. That is like fucking
You know, he's got a lot of talent. At one point, you wouldn't shut up about how talented he was. Maybe maybe he's going to have like he's going to have this resurgence, and all of a sudden Miami's going to have this big two tight end set system.
No, I'm gonna tell you something. If he ends up being good, then it's definitely Matt Nagy's fault on all of the players not producing shit. Like if Miami gets something out of Shaheen and makes him look good, like for the rest of the season, it's enough for him to fucking do this 2-year contract, then it's Nagy's fault. Like, it's him. The problem is him. So whatever, we'll get into that later. Philly.
I think we got a question coming,
Okay,
but there's not there yet. We got
okay.
ISO only said, "What's good, guys?" Oh, you rolling with Rojo or Deontay Johnson at flex this week? All right, there's a second Deontay Johnson question real quick. We should probably look up what is the update on his injury because he was definitely injured.
Let me see. Yeah.
Honestly, I might still go with Rojo anyways because
It looks like he's gonna play.
but he's on Tampa Bay, which we're already saying might be COVID delayed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Deontay Johnson's going to play.
He's going to play.
He
Yeah,
practiced fully today.
ISO said he's playing. Shit. So, like,
Deontay,
I guess we go back to the question: is how confident are we that that game is going to be played on Monday?
I don't think it's going to be played on Monday. I think it's going to be moved to Sunday. I think tomorrow, watch it be moved to Sunday.
You know, I guess that's the thing though. Is by Sunday you should theoretically know if that game's delayed or not.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it's a Monday game.
Yeah. Deontay's playing against Baltimore, which is a stingy defense.
Yeah.
So if you go Rojo, if they're going to play, go Rojo because they're playing the Giants, so they're going to run the ball a lot.
Yeah,
but
I would say wait till Sunday, and if it doesn't sound like the game's.
yeah. But if the game's not going on.
Oh, he said,
course.
are you more worried about COVID in the game than Fournette taking touches? I'm actually not that worried about Fournette yet.
Yeah.
I think that Jones has played good enough so far that I think they have to roll with them for a little bit. I think that if he fumbles or something, Ronald Jones is going to get the first try. If he fails in any way, Fournette's going to take it over and it's screwed. But I think that he's still a pretty safe bet, especially since I don't think Tampa Bay needs to throw to win this game. I think they can keep it on the ground and just, run until the clock goes out. So, I mean, honestly, Fournette, they might both be. He's a safe. Yeah. I think that he's a safer bet. Deontay Johnson, I just don't like anyone against Baltimore right now, especially him coming off of injury. I don't know.
Yeah. I would. Meh. Baltimore's tough, man.
Baltimore's got such a good defense. Oh, and he says he has Julio playing. I do too, and I'm assuming he already got some points up because I know he's got like 50 yards already.
10.5, and he's got 85 yards.
85 yards already.
Yeah.
Damn. And we were talking about if you wanted to start Julio or not.
Yeah. Right. What was I thinking?
I'm currently carrying two defenses on my fantasy team because I can't drop either one of them, and it's Indy and Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
If I were you, I would actually try to trade one of those.
I've tested around a little bit. It hasn't. I haven't gotten anything yet, but I definitely need to make a trade for a little more beef on the offense. Yeah. Maybe.
What do you need?
Well, I'm in need of another wideout because
you just lost Odell,
Beckham, and my tight end slot is not great. So I would entertain offering for either one of those.
You want Cooper Kupp?
I gotta look at some numbers.
All right.
I might send you an offer later. I've been doing this streaming defense thing all year so far, which always works well for me, but it'd be nice to actually have a good one. Actually, I guess I'm playing the Bills right now. The Bills are all right. I probably want to upgrade.
Last week, both Baltimore and Indy were on buys, so I actually picked up a third defense because I
saw that.
I've never had three defenses on a fantasy team, but when you have number one and number two, you can't give one away for nothing.
I've done that in our keeper league. We have our keeper league that we also play in, where towards the end of the year, if I'm doing well enough, I've picked up a couple defenses knowing that they have good matchups in the playoffs, and it's actually a really good strategy if you take, all right, for instance, I already week 15 and 16 of this season, both matchups are pretty decent for who's playing the Jets, which is just I think Cleveland's might be one of them. I can't remember who the other one was, but it's like if you're making the playoffs and you're a couple weeks ahead, just be like, screw it, I'm taking whoever's playing the Jets, and you just put them on your bench because at that point, if you're in the playoffs, you got someone you're never going to play again. You're past the speculation part.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
I actually picked up the Colts initially because they were playing the Jets and because Baltimore was playing Kansas City.
Mhm.
And I'm like, there's no way I'm playing Baltimore's defense against Kansas City. And the Colts ended up, I think, getting me around 20 points that game. So,
Nice.
yeah.
All right.
So play any defense against the Jets.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone agrees with that.
Obvious statement of the day.
So, Philly, Jalen Rager is playing. Dallas Goedert, Jason Peters all return to practice. Sorry, Cody, I know you.
You do that just to piss me off. I don't know why.
I like his name, Goedert.
It's Goddard.
I
Stop it.
like Goedert better. Miles Sanders with knee, he's probably not going to play this week, but he's probably going to come up after the bye week, which is 9. So he'll probably be back week 10. Jeffrey, still not back this week. It seems like
I think he likes being on IR.
Yeah. I think he enjoys not being on the field.
I don't think he wants to play again. He's been pretty much injured for the last bunch of years, and I think at this point he forgot what the field even looks like.
Well, he did that shit with Chicago too, and that's when we were like, you know what, fuck you, dude, bye, and we peaced out with him. Like, he's always fucking hurt. When he's not hurt, he's fucking good. But I mean, fuck.
You know who else is always hurt is Deshaun Jackson, back on IR, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yep. So
that's your Philly update of the week. Philly's always injured.
I think they always win like the injury list every week.
Oh, and their offensive line's still all injured too. So don't worry about that one.
Yeah. Seattle, they traded for Carlos Dunlap. He's 31 years old. But I don't know. You think he's going to be a good pickup for them?
They wanted some depth. I think that he's a good depth. All they had to do was give a 7th round and offensive lineman, which actually now they say that is actually kind of big. But they traded BJ Finley to and a 7th rounder for him. Seattle is going to make the playoffs. I think they wanted depth on defense because they're actually looking a little weak on defense. The way their offense is going, they could beat anyone with the shitty defense, but I think that they want to win the Super Bowl, so I think it was a smart move.
Yeah. And Chris Carson is probably going to be a game time decision for that game for this week.
He sounds like he's getting better. I'm feeling optimistic about him.
Yeah. Cincinnati, they got BJ from Seattle.
We were just talking about that. Yeah.
Lineman in the trade.
You got a BJ.
Yeah. Joe Mixon, he did not practice this week, and he's probably going to miss this week's matchup too with his foot injury. Minnesota, Dalvin Cook, he's back at practice yesterday and today, limited fashion. He will be active this Sunday, so we'll see how many carries. I don't think he's going to get a full game carries. I think they're going to split him and work him back in, just to keep him.
We'll see if he's looking good. That Alexander Madison game was not pretty. I think they use him. But we got a question for Drew here because the next one is his Colts. Michael Pittman Jr., is that anything that is fantasy relevant? He returned to practice.
I mean, I think he's playing. It looks like he's going to play. I don't know that he's going to score too much, but I think he'll be in there. I don't know that I'd have to know who else we're looking at to start, but I'm pretty sure he's in the lineup.
I think he'll play.
I mean, he could be a deep threat for sure, and especially
I haven't watched as much Colts as you this year. Can Rivers support a deep threat still?
Good question.
He can. It's not going 60 yards, but he can get it out there if they get the jump on him, but there's usually a good amount of loft on it. It's not a rocket, so he doesn't have that Stafford arm.
All right.
Yeah.
Buffalo. John Brown is back. He returned to practice on Monday. He's been practicing all week.
That's going to help your Josh Allen. He's been missing him.
And I have Brown in my. He's on my team too.
there you go.
You got the stack.
Damn. New Orleans, Michael Thomas. He did not practice on Wednesday, but he did today, limited.
Yeah, he came back.
Ankle.
It sounds like he might actually play this weekend, which is why
Yeah.
my pick of the week is the New Orleans is going to beat the Bears.
Fuck off, man. Just fuck off, Cody. Anyways, New England, N'Keal Harry, concussion. He did not play. Did not practice on Wednesday. He had multiple concussions since he was a kid. This has been a report that I read that was pretty interesting, and they're worried about his head in general. Like when somebody says they've had multiple concussions as a kid, he stopped playing football at an early age in high school.
Oh, for
because of
real?
this.
That bad?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then he wanted to play again. So, and then he got like 3 more concussions in college.
Oof.
And now he's got another one. So
wow. So this is really not good for New England.
no, it's not good for that.
Because he was
kid.
like pretty much the only like developing person that they might have. Edelman might have honestly. Edelman is next on the list. He might have played his last game. It says he just had a knee procedure, but it says it's not season ending. But he's 34 years old.
No.
I mean, they might shut him down anyways and just say call it a fucking year. New England looks kind of lost right now.
Yeah. I mean, if I were him, I'd be like, you know what, guys? I'm going to sit out and just kind of get back to being healthy because I want to walk the rest of my life.
Well,
All
Edelman
right.
wasn't even looking that good anyways. He has 21 catches for 315 yards this season, which is not.
Yeah.
I guess it's not that bad, but it's not
bad,
Edelman.
but- Yeah. It's not Edelman.
Speaking of that game, what's happening with Garoppolo? Like, he's terrible one week and great the next, and then terrible the next week.
So we need Marty to call back in. He's our resident
Yeah.
49ers fan, but he will be the first to tell you that you can't trust anything with how San Francisco looks this year because they have like another dozen injuries every week. It's like they're just rotating people in and out of who's injured. You know,
Yeah.
like Deebo Samuel's just got back re-injured. Their offensive line's been injured. They've lost multiple people for the year. Was it Solomon Thomas was out for the year? I know. Who else was? Boza was injured. He's out for the year, right?
I think he came back. I
Did
don't
he
think
come
he's out
back?
for the- He's on
I'm just trying to
short-term
every week it's like the Eagles and the 49ers are just long laundry list of who's injured. It's like
IR. Yeah.
I can't even keep track of it.
Yeah.
Garoppolo's my backup quarterback. It was Matt Ryan,
Mhm.
and he wasn't putting anything up, and so I grabbed Garoppolo, and he's just been hot and cold. So
Yeah. Yeah. He's not trustworthy.
I think the biggest thing you can't trust about him is what the 49ers want to do is just run it down people's throat. They're a run first team.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can just trust a guy who might not be called upon to throw over 15, attempts.
yeah,
Curtis Samuel got me a touchdown. All right.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Nice. I missed that.
But I think they missed the extra kick. Yeah.
Oh no, though the Falcons have had 2 field goals.
Oh wait. Yeah. Sorry, I got that reversed. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was
Yeah.
confused for a minute. All right. Denver. Tim Patrick hamstring is day to day. Philip Lindsay showed up with a concussion. He did not practice Wednesday, but he did participate in individual drills today while he was in concussion protocol. He could be cleared soon, so I would expect him to play. I picked him up off of waivers. A free agent move. I was like, what? They got Philip Lindsay? Okay. I'll take him.
I think actually, Drew, wasn't it you dropped him, or is that a bad memory on my part?
drop 2.
Philip Lindsay.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Why'd you drop him?
he wasn't doing anything for me.
Also, he was injured.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool. I picked him up.
Yeah.
All right.
I also don't really know what's going to happen with him because the Gordon issue is still looming where at any point Gordon could get suspended based on whatever happens with that DUI charge. But
Right.
Philip Lindsay hasn't exactly been playing great this year. So,
No. Well, I picked him up just because of that DUI to Melvin Gordon. Like, once he goes out, there's 3 games where he's
it's a
not
good
gonna play.
speculative pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Francisco. We were just talking about them. Jordan Reed, knee. He can return this week from IR, and the same for Tevin Coleman. They haven't announced that they're going to play yet or activated.
It sounds a lot like Tevin Coleman's coming back. I've been actually
Yeah.
monitoring him very closely because he's available in Kristen's fantasy league, and I'm thinking about trying to drop someone for him, but I'm not sure if it's worth it yet.
Yeah. I would do it. I mean,
It's just there's not someone I really want to drop.
yeah. Green Bay. Aaron Jones ankle. He could be sidelined again. He did not practice all week.
It actually
the
sounds
fact
like
is
he
that-
might not play.
Yeah. They're being extra cautious with him, and rightly so because they got a bye week next week. So they're gonna try to give him as much time as possible. Alan Lazard with his abdomen. He's expected to return either this week or next week. He's been at practice 2 straight days. Green Bay is also interested in Will Fuller, like we mentioned earlier today. That would be interesting if they pick him up. Because Houston. I mean, who are they going to have after they get rid of Will Fuller? I mean, do they have anybody else worth mentioning?
Oh, they paid a bunch of money to get Brandon Cooks.
I mean, yeah, but outside of Cooks, anybody else?
Oh God, I'm trying to remember their depth
just can't
chart now.
imagine
There
why
was
you
that
would.
guy who was really big like a year ago when Fuller got injured for 2 weeks. Houston's not
Yeah.
really thinking about the
Yeah.
now. They're thinking of the future. There's actually rumors that they might try to trade Watt, which I think that Houston would riot.
Bears. The Bears.
The Bears can't afford Watt's contract. Have you looked at your cap space in a while?
No, I don't care about numbers. Have you not seen my fantasy league
Also,
record? I don't care about
if
numbers.
I could make any advice to the Bears administration, you do not need help on defense. For the love of God, get help on offense if you're traded for
Yeah.
anything. Your
Yeah,
defense is fine. That's not why you're losing games.
yeah, right. Speaking of Chicago, Allen Robinson, he's out with a concussion. He has not been cleared for anything, not even for practice. So I'm expecting him to be out. That
Oh
sucks.
man, pick the
Yeah.
under. I guess if he's
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Washington, Landon Collins, safety. He's being placed on season-ending IR with his torn Achilles. Huge hit to the Washington defense.
And
He's been playing kinda
Achilles-
strong.
Achilles is hard to come back from, period. So
Yeah, exactly. So he's gonna have a rough year. On top of COVID. So.
Yeah. Oh,
peace out to
but
him.
speaking of Achilles injuries, the next one.
Yeah, Baltimore. Des Bryant came back from Achilles, and he's signed to the practice squad.
As far as
for,
fantasy goes, don't pick him up. He's practice squad and he's coming off Achilles, hasn't played in years.
Yeah.
I don't
he's,
expect shit from him.
He's probably got a lot of rust on him. But Mark Ingram, he missed the last 2 straight days of practice with the ankle injury, and they're saying he's likely going to miss this week. So if you got him, you might want to look for a replacement.
I'm really hoping that they actually finally let J.K. Dobbins see what they have with him.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing
yeah.
that they're going to still split with Gus Edwards.
No. Tampa Bay, Chris Godwin underwent surgery on a fractured finger, not knowing if he could be back by week 9. So it's fractured finger. He's a ball catcher, a wide receiver. I'm expecting him. I don't know. I don't know what kind of surgery this is, and I don't know how fast a broken finger heals, but I see my wife with a broken leg, and it took her a few weeks to come back from that.
It's going to affect him for a while, but it's not a season thing.
Yeah. So I don't know, but
A person named Matthew Campbell said Trevor Lawrence tested positive for COVID.
fuck.
But that's college football, so that doesn't really
Yeah.
affect our fantasy right now. But
Yeah.
that's that will affect the Jets' decision next season when they get to pick him up.
He's gonna stay in school. Watch. He'll stay in school.
He's
next
already
year.
said that he's not going
No.
to.
No, he went back and said that he's gonna wait.
No,
He
that
said
was
he's not
a
sure.
fake news thing, and then that Stephen
No,
A. Smith.
He said it.
No,
himself.
Stephen A. Smith it was a fake news story. And Stephen A. Smith said it on there, and he got a bunch of shit for it because it was a fake news story.
No, dude, they showed him saying it.
Okay, you find me
showed
that.
Tristan-
You find me that.
I'm gonna find it. Shit.
Yeah, okay.
What the fuck is that? Anyway, hold on, I'll find that in a minute. All right, so Chris Godwin's out, but Antonio Brown's gonna be. You just made me angry, Cody. Chris Godwin's out, but Antonio Brown's gonna be ready by week 9, so that should be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, I was kind of throwing a lot of shade at Antonio Brown, but if Godwin's gone, he's going to be actually pretty good.
Yeah, which kind of pisses me off because I just picked up Scotty Miller, and I thought that was gonna help, but
You can play
Yeah,
Scotty
forgot.
Miller this
Oh,
week,
yeah.
but he's going to be useless once Godwin, Evans, and Antonio Brown's there. Scotty
Yeah.
Miller's not good. Who the fuck's Scotty Miller?
hey, he's had some good games, dog.
Apparently, Brady really likes him. He's talked him up a bunch of times, but is he really going to be like, all right, I got Godwin, Antonio Brown. Oh, Scotty Miller, you want to?
Come on, man. Don't be hating on the middle guy.
He's got this.
Don't be
Got
hating
his
on the
boy Gronk still there. I mean, come on, Scotty Miller's.
guy. He's his new Edelman. He's his new Edelman.
No, he is not. Get out of here with that shit.
Oh, whatever. Arizona. Kenyon Drake. He's gonna miss a few weeks with a ligament tear.
Hey, at least that
Again,
makes your decision easier when you're trying to play him.
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm gonna do. But that's good news for Chase Edmonds. So if you got Chase Edmonds, fucking hooray for you. Because even when Drake comes back, Chase Edmonds is gonna do more than enough to say, "Hey, fuck Kenyon Drake. Let's just keep giving this guy the ball."
He's looked better this year.
Yeah. So I kind of expect Drake to not get those starting carry numbers again, even when he comes back. So fuck my life if I can't find a replacement for him. This is really stupid. I can't believe I drafted him so fucking high too. The second round, I think. Anyways, whatever. Fuck. Jets. Rashard Perriman. He entered concussion protocol as well. He's not been cleared to do anything. Minshew, Jacksonville. He had the thumb fracture. Now, I didn't notice this, Cody, until you put it in the doc, and I looked it up. He has multiple fractures on his thumb, and he was playing with it last week. Did you know that?
Yeah. He didn't tell anyone, and apparently they did like a X-ray or MRI or something, and looked at just like he's been playing with a thumb fracture, which anyone who's seen him play the last couple of weeks were like, oh, that's why you're missing.
Yeah.
It does not explain some of the bad drops though. Like Shark's been doing some bad drops here and there.
Yeah.
They played the Lions a couple weeks ago, so I was watching them pretty carefully. And
Yeah.
Mike
So
Glennon though, woo!
Mike Glennon gets the start. Big goofy looking motherfucker is gonna play ball again. Yeah, I bet you he's excited. Fuck shit up. Dallas, of course, everybody knows Andy Dalton was pushed back into like the fucking caveman stages with the hit, and he is now in concussion. He is.
It sounds
not
like a
been cleared
bad
yet.
concussion, not like it's easy to tell what a good
Yeah.
concussion and a bad concussion, but it sounds like it's a
Did you
bad
see that?
concussion. Yeah, I did.
Did you guys see that hit, Drew? Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
Oh
he
my
got
God.
laid out.
He looked fucking dumb as hell when he got up from that. Like, I don't mean to make fun of it. It's a concussion. I've had multiple of them, but fuck, he looked pretty fucked up. I mean,
Yeah, he was walking around looking like Aaron Hernandez for a little while.
Yeah. While he was dead.
Hey, whatever. I already won.
anyways.
I won a game this year with Aaron Hernandez in my lineup. That's all I know. Fucking badass as shit.
Yeah.
Ah,
Still can't
man.
believe he did that shit.
But it's been another cruel week, and we've been doing this every week when we're going over the injuries. Here's some more people that you won't see for the rest of the year. It's sad. I gotta. Oh, hey, and we're back. This isn't a technical difficulty. I'm just going to do this so we're not talking on air. Hey, we're back. No technical difficulties, but drink anyways.
I was like, what happened? Fuck.
I'll tell you what happened. It's time to talk about betting.
Betting. All right.
Hey, Drew, do you gamble?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a pick for this week that you're really rolling with, or?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident about these guys right here.
See, the spread is negative 2.5 on there.
Right, it's not a safe bet.
Yeah,
but
I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm not sure if the Lions win, but I almost think the Lions can cover.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the spread from last week. I don't know if the spread is from this week.
-3 Indy.
it was
minus
right
3.
around,
Yeah.
it's been dancing around the 2.5, 3. So
Yeah. Right now, I just looked at it today. It's -3. It's in the doc.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. As far as the bet go, I'm a Lions fan, so I'm always going to think they play better. But I don't think this is going to be a blowout game for the Lions and the Colts. I think that the Colts probably ultimately will win, but like the Lions have played very competitive every game this year. So I just hate betting against the spread on a team that just is always up there.
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I don't know what the lines are on most of these games this week, but I mean, yeah, there's not a ton of like super easy picks this week going through. I mean, I figure if I don't know what the line is, but I would assume Tennessee ought to house Cincinnati, but
they got a -3.5 on.
yeah,
Actually, that's not that bad of a spread. I might actually take that.
That'd probably be a decently safe bet.
I'm sorry for putting you on the spot.
all
we
right.
actually have our picks already planned out that we did
Yeah.
think about.
So last week's picks, we were horrible again, Cody. All three.
Yeah,
of
that's why I went for an easy one this week. I'm guaranteeing you this week.
Yeah. So Donuts lost his bets. He had picked the Cowboys, 49ers, and Atlanta with the money line on the parlay.
So we talked about last week. Donuts picked too many fucking teams, and of course he was going to lose. We only asked him for one pick, and we started doing 2 picks because he came with us with 2 picks the first week, and then he just keeps upping it every week. You're never going to win if you just keep picking every fucking team in the NFL.
Yeah. So he lost that bet, and then he picked the Steelers and Raiders with the points, and he lost both of those.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody had the Lions with the +2.5, and he covered that one. So he won that bet. And then his second bet was Lions Falcons over on 55, was up and over, and he lost that one. Because the score was actually 55.
Which would be a push, which would mean technically I didn't lose. You get your money back on a push.
Yeah, but you picked the over. So
yeah, but on a push you get your money back. So I'm saying that's not a loss.
Yeah. Okay, you didn't win any money, so you didn't win it either.
I didn't lose it.
All right, and then I picked 2 stupid ass fucking prop picks. Caden Smith, the Giants to score anytime touchdown, and he did not. And Jalen Hurts, the backup QB for Philly to score anytime touchdown. I figured he'd get a couple shots, and he did, but he did not score.
Yeah, I don't know what you were trying to do there, man.
I was trying to win some, the spreads on those were +600, so the payouts.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be safe bets.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not safe anymore.
I forgot that this. Apparently, I still have the news going up here. It's not the news anymore.
Oh, okay, yeah, take that away. So this week's picks, I think Donuts heard you, and he picked the Rams and Raiders on the money line. So he's toned it down to 2 teams.
Yeah.
And then he's got the Packers with the -7. Cody, you got the Kansas City minus 2,000. What the
Okay.
fuck are you talking about?
So I wanted to say this because I want to win. This is going to be a win for me this week. Kansas City's played the Jets. It's the most obvious pick ever, but is a guaranteed win. They are negative 2,000. So if you bet $1, you'll win 5 cents. So if you put in $1, you'll get $1.05 back. But what you can do is you can take the Saints, which is my other pick, which is it's a negative 4.5. Dude, if Allen Robinson's out, this is like a no-brainer. The Saints are going to be held a little bit by the Bears defense, but they do not the Bears do not have an offense right now. Easy 4.5 Saints win. You add the Kansas City in a parlay just to win straight up. Usually it's like a I think it's like a negative 110 on a spread, so you don't get a 50-50 back, but you add Kansas City as a spread, you actually get a 50-50 back. So that's what my bet is. You use a Kansas City to make it a complete 50-50, make your money back, because there's no fucking way the Jets are beating Kansas City.
Hey, can you check it for live?
Why did we not see him live?
I'm on the Facebook page for Saturday lineup, and it's like frozen.
Really?
Oh no, it's not.
God damn it.
I don't know what's going on with me today. Anyways, my bets. I switched off to prop bets, Drew.
Hey, you could have checked me checking to see if Facebook's going.
Yeah. So I'm doing prop bets. So this prop bet that I got right now is Derrick Henry to score 2 touchdowns and Tennessee wins.
I mean, that's not bad. I'd take that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a 650, minus 650 for this prop bet. So that's a good payout for that one.
You should take a prop bet that Alvin Kamara will outscore the whole Chicago Bears offense.
Yeah, I probably should. Yeah.
You're gonna love his next pick then.
Thanks, Drew. I'm taking the under on Chicago, New Orleans. It's set at 43.5, so I'm going to take
and
the under
40 of
that.
that's going to be New Orleans.
Yeah, you're probably fucking right, unfortunately. Yeah, but you're probably fucking right. I can't imagine it going any other better than that for the Bears. Yeah.
I love this. Like, I've been so negative about everything Lions for this whole season, and we get to 500, and I'm acting like we're already made the playoffs or something. Like, ha ha ha! You and your shitty, what are you guys 5-2?
5-2. 5-2.
You and your shitty 5-2 team.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our bets for the week. I did have a funny one for this one. I got I can't even fucking remember what it was. It was for this game. And it was where did it go? Oh yeah, it was another prop bet for Todd Gurley, Calvin Ridley, Mike Davis, and DJ Moore to all have a touchdown as a parlay. So
You love your prop bets.
$38 on a $2 bet. It's a $2 bet.
I mean, yeah, like you win some stuff, but there's a lot that has to happen. I don't know. I'm not really into those yet.
Yeah. I like them. So we'll see what's up. All right, time to talk about our league, Drew. Are you ready?
Oh, we got a call.
Yeah. Oh, we got a call. Oh, just in time. In between segments. I love it when that happens.
Shit, where is the... Oh, there it is. Got too many windows open. Hey, you're on Set Your Lineup. Who's this?
How you doing, homies?
Hey, it's Pac-Man!
What's up, Pac-Man?
What's a good word?
Not much, man. You're on a winning
chilling.
streak, and like we were about to get into the whole the Set Your Lineup League stuff, but yeah, you're on a winning streak, 3 in a row.
Yes, sir. I'm looking good.
Man, my
Enjoying it.
took too long to get my my Pac-Man drop to work.
Hey,
I heard it,
Pac-Man.
though. We're good.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Pac-Man?
Yeah, but I'm kind of mad
think
because
Pac-Man
fucking
can hear
I just picked up Wilson from San Francisco. Then he got that high ankle fucking injury. Like, God damn it. He was doing great that game.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cody,
All right. So real
Cody,
quick,
can you tell
it doesn't sound like Pac-Man can hear you. Drew, say something.
No, I can only hear.
Oh,
Pac.
Pac-Man.
All right.
Okay, for some
Cody,
reason they can't hear you
Tell
guys.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, I can't hear you guys.
Cody,
So if you talk to me, Cody, you got to talk to me. Relay.
Cody,
Yeah.
tell Pac-Man that I'm very happy he didn't trade me Foles.
Oh, Drummer says he's very happy you did not trade him Foles. And Drew, in case you don't know this, whenever Pac-Man calls, it means there's going to be a shot. So if you have a shot, you might want to get one.
Okay. All right.
I'm just telling you.
I'll get ready.
So yeah, Pac-Man, like you
Why
started.
can't Pac-Man hear us?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I saw this like shit. I was 0-3 when I got my first win.
Yeah, and then now you're 3-4, and you're actually, I mean, you're in the spot that you're only 2 behind first place. So
Yeah, exactly. So like, man, I'm kicking ass right now. Like, this is what I needed.
so
then I got your brother this week.
yeah, don't worry about Brandon. He's inconsistent as fuck. You could beat him.
Yeah. I'm not really worried about him. I'm just not trying to be too cocky. And let me break 500. Let me get to 500 first.
Well, you got to take a lesson from Donuts. You don't want to get too cocky because then you talk shit to everyone week 1, and then you're in last place.
Right. But he just dropped the ball. Holy shit.
Man, I really want to.
He can't hear me.
I was trying to do a trade with him, but I was going to give him Wilson too. But then he got hurt, so like, oh shit, that's not going to work.
Man, you should have took that trade anyways. Drummer, you had something you wanted me to relay?
I can't remember. I had a brain fart.
Oh, great.
So Pac-Man, what are you doing now that, like, I know you guys were usually on Thursdays heading down to Richmond's. Like, what are you guys doing now that the bars are getting shut down?
Well, that's where I'm going right now. It's for the last day, so let's see what happens.
That's sad. Everyone stay safe out there. Apparently everything's shut down again.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like, oh, great. So, so who knows what's
Damn, Curtis
gonna happen.
Samuel.
It's a crazy world.
Curtis Samuel is snapping.
Yeah,
Oh,
when
it
we
looks
got
like
football,
Ridley's
so, okay.
injured now. Ridley's
that?
holding his foot. So if anyone has Calvin Ridley,
I got the kicker from Atlanta. Was it Koo?
Young Hoku, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Young
I got him.
Ho Koo.
I got him playing right now.
Well, I think he's
He's
already got
pretty
2,
solid.
so it's not a
there
bad
you
play.
There you go. Yeah, I mean. Well, I can never
this
call
is
you back,
good.
but I'm actually at the bar and do a shot with you.
Oh, okay, cool. I think Drew left to get a shot because I said we were going to do one with him, but then, oh wait, he actually has it, so we're going to do a shot whether you like it or not.
There you go. Solidarity. Yo.
All right, man. But do a shot with us when you get to Richmond because we're going to spoiler alert because I'm going to actually say this when I'm about to do this breakdown, but I want to do shout outs to every like restaurant or bar in the city as much as possible, and the shutdown to try to be like, we got to support this shit because everything's getting shut down again, and I want things to exist after this. So,
Right on.
so give us a
Right
call
on,
from
right
Richmond's because
on.
I want to give them a shout out on air. And cheers, man! Congratulations on your win.
Cheers, homie. Yeah, yes, sir.
Thanks for the call, Pac-Man. All right, let's do this.
All right.
Where is the? Here we go.
I was born prepared to play dirty.
All right. So we're 7 weeks in, and there is a 4-way tie for first with a record of 5-2. That means there's only a 3-game gap between first and fourth, and the 4-way tie for last place. The season's only a half over unless COVID. But hey, Everyone is still in this except for my co-host because he hates winning.
Fuck you. I'm gonna fucking win out starting today.
But this week you had
Curtis
103 against 116. You lost to Khalil Mack. Drummer, you lost again. You fucking dick. Rance had some large scores in the last few weeks, but he didn't have to do shit because co-host McCohosterson over here thinks AJ Dillon is somehow a thing. Dude, I know the dude's huge. Dude, I know the dude's huge, but the Packers don't give a fuck. I'm on my own here to save our money, man. Come on, help me out here. I don't want to pay these motherfuckers.
I'm fucking trying. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying so hard. I really am.
Yeah, meanwhile, I won 187 to 148. That's how you're supposed to do this. You host a show, act like it. You host a fantasy show, act like it.
Fuck you.
Brandon
Yeah.
actually... Huh?
Hear that with that, huh? 187. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that was the second highest score of the year behind your highest score of the year. Yeah. But Brandon had a great day with Wentz had 31 points, Boyd had 22, McLaurin had 18, Prater even had 15. But I got the second highest score of the year with 87 that come from Murray and Lockett. Lockett is officially my best draft pick, and that's how you win a game.
Whatever.
And then Pac-Man just called in. Pac-Man won 120 to 100. Who was doubting Pac-Man that 3-game winning streak, which I guess might have actually not looked. I thought it was a 3-game winning streak. Whatever. He started out 0-3. He beat Drew. Hi, Drew.
Yeah. Yeah. And no matter who I played, it wouldn't have changed.
Yeah.
I didn't have any numbers on the bench, so.
Yeah. I looked at your bench actually on this one. It was like you had like a lot of people who were like on bye and injured and stuff, and I don't know. Your team was like unstoppable at the beginning of the year. Now it looks mortal, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not planning on keeping it like that. I think I'm going to start crushing people again starting now.
Well, like we talk about the waivers after this, but I noticed this was like the first week you actually bid on waivers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got some interesting questions for you.
Anyways, Devlin lost to Craig's. Craig Nasty came through with a pathetic win. It was only 107 points, but Devlin had 80. But as a Bears fan, you know, John Craig knows as a Bears fan that ugly wins count. So Devlin actually had 2 players with negative points and another 2 that are already off his roster. He still somehow has a winning record, but for now. But damn, that's not good. Kriggs
I would have beat you.
Yeah, Kriggs is an experienced fantasy player, so I'm expecting this season to get better. But this was a lucky win for him, and he's 5-2, tied for first. So, yeah, I'm expecting better things for him to come. Adam got a win. I'm surprised Adam hasn't called in for his weekly shot yet. But Adam got 149 points.
What
Adam,
the fuck?
he beat Vinny Bag of Donuts, Vinny McTalk shit.
Yeah.
He pretty much doubled his score. Adam finally had a good week because of Adams, and I still question he continually starts Herndon. I don't know anyone who's even starting a Jets player right now, but even Herndon, he's got multiple weeks with like 0 points. But for some reason, the guy who barely set a lineup all season has destroyed the person that did the most shit talking at the beginning. Fantasy Karma is a bitch. Donuts, you're 2-5. And then finally, Estrella Negra, 165 points to 108 points of the Humboldt Park Hustlers. Yeah, it's hard to place blame on anyone on Lino's team. No one had a bad game. Just no one gave him enough points to win. Like no one had enough points to compete with Russell Wilson's touchdowns. That's 22 touchdowns in 6 games for Russell Wilson.
Wow.
Otto is really hoping Russell keeps cooking, just like he hopes his chefs can keep cooking at Estrella Negra. Estrella Negra at Western and Fullerton in Chicago. All right, seriously for a moment though, please support places like Estrella Negra.
Yeah.
COVID
Yeah.
numbers are spiking right now, and they're shutting down restaurants' abilities to make enough money to stay open. You know you don't want to cook. Order some takeout this week. Sure, it's cheaper to make your own food, but you need there to be places to go to when this is all over. I know you have a favorite restaurant. Give them a bunch of free promotion like we do here, and call us in right now and talk about your favorite place. Give them a shout out. Let's come on, order some takeout this week. These people are going to need it. It's been a bad year. There's a lot of places that are just kind of holding on by a thread. So that's all I want to say. And go to Estrella Negra because Oto's the shit and they got really good food.
Yeah.
And follow them on social media because they always got deals during the week. Like I ordered tacos from on Tuesday. It was like $3 tacos. It was really good.
Mm-hmm. I like doing the wing tray.
Oh yeah, that one's good too. Yeah.
They have these beautiful. They look amazing. If you haven't seen them, just go to their Facebook page and look at their or their Instagram, and just look at these wings. They're giant, and they're tamarind wings. Oh my God, they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
They won multiple awards for them.
Yeah, like the Wing Fest.
Yeah, the Wing Fest. They took first place once. They took second place a couple of times, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and it's wings, in Chicago to win first place. So
yeah. So if you have any place that you want to promote it like we're doing. Just talk about how beautiful their food is because I want places to exist when things open back up.
Yeah.
And Drew just walked away.
Drew said, "Fuck this! I don't like food."
That was right when you're going to ask him about. So you paid $10 for Corey Davis.
Yeah, right. So now we go into waiver wire updates, and Drew laughs, and I have questions for him.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, there he's back. Drew,
Yo.
we're doing our waiver wire update now for fantasy, and I noted a couple of things. The first one on my list is Corey Davis. You picked him up for $10, huh? 10 fat.
Yeah.
All right. He's a good pickup. And it could pan out for the rest of the season if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Health issues.
Well, wasn't one of them COVID?
Yeah.
I think he
one of them
missed
was
games for COVID.
Yeah.
I
But,
think he's got
no,
the
but
antibodies at least making a couple more weeks.
Yeah. No, but he had injuries last year too.
Oh, yeah, he's
But
had
anyways,
injuries.
Yeah. But to spend $10 fab, you beat Cody, and Cody then it's only you and Cody trying to claim this guy.
Mhm.
Cody didn't spend any fab.
Yeah, but
at all.
there's going to be a theme with that if you look at all the scores. I didn't bet. I had 2 open spots, and I bet 0 on a bunch of people that I thought were about the same spot, and I was like, I'll get who I get, and I got who I got. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, those are the first times I've spent any of my money was this week.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I mean, you still got a lot of money left then.
Right, and there's plenty of people who got nothing.
No, yeah, definitely.
$446, or not a ton. So
Yeah, totally.
Well,
I'm fucking getting broke. I'm on my last I think I'm at 46 or something like that.
you are at 46. That was why I said 46.
Well, look at my team. I'm fucking desperate right now. I'm shooting shit at the fucking waiver wire. I'm I'm angry right now. I can't fucking do shit to fucking save my team right now. I'm struggling. I can't even pull trades off because my guys all suck or they're injured or.
I do hate that because I've had that several times that people have it I know Devlin the other week was just I'm trying to offer up running backs. I was like, oh, cool. Who do you have as running back? Oh man, I have better running backs than you. I don't want to trade.
Yeah. So then you picked up Gus Edwards for another 10. And again, it was only you and Cody. This is a good pickup though. I mean, I like Gus Edwards. He's gonna split those carries with Dobbins, so I like it.
He's the more trusted person there. Dobbins the more exciting person, but Gus Edwards is going to get, the bulk of the carries probably.
Yeah.
I needed to get these guys regardless, so I just went ahead and then laid some money down to make sure that I got who I got, and it, at least on the Humphreys, I really needed a wide out. I'm sorry, on Davis. Sorry, not Humphreys. On Davis, I really needed a wide out, especially with losing one of my big guys there. So I think
No.
I think it's all good, but yeah, I probably overspent
Mhm.
on both of those.
Yeah, and then the next one, you spent $5 fab on a fucking kicker, man. I mean, on a kicker, you can pick up
Yeah,
any kicker for free. You know,
Yeah. I've never done a league with this money before,
Oh, you never done
oh,
Fab?
Okay.
so no, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
So this is my, which is partially why I've not bid anything until this week. So,
All right, well, don't spend money on a fucking kicker again. I will
Right.
be really angry because I fucking hate kickers.
I will no.
I don't think you should
I'll
say
counter.
they're worthless to
No,
me.
I'll counter. No, you can pay money on kickers. I just, a lot of times will do like $1 bid just in case someone does a $0 bid. There's some fab leagues that don't let you do $0 bids. $0 bids are, if you're setting up a league as a commissioner in all my leagues, do $0 bids if you're doing them. But you didn't need to spend $5, especially since didn't I pick up like a couple down? I don't remember that. I forget what league it is. I just picked up your kicker, Blankenship.
Yeah.
I think I picked him up for nothing.
yeah. Well, I dropped the freaking Lions kicker a few weeks ago, which turned out to be the wrong decision.
Prater's good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, kickers, you never know. Every week's going to be kind of.
Well, the problem with kickers is you can either have a kicker who fucks up because he can't make the kick, or you have a kicker like I had Arizona's kicker for a while there who wasn't giving me any points because they weren't doing field goals.
No. And I had the number 2 kicker. I didn't even fucking know his name. That's how much I care about him. Bullock from Cincinnati. He's number 2 fantasy kicker. Last week he only had fucking 3 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or the week before that. Sorry, the week before that he only had 3 points or something like that. Or week 5. Sorry. So I was like pissed off. You know what I mean? I was like ready to drop this motherfucker. But then the next week he had 11 and 10. So like, I don't know. I don't really care too much about fucking kickers. Cody knows that. Now you know that, Drew. Everyone on the list knows that.
You talk about every week. Everyone who watches this show knows you hate kickers.
I think there's a good kicker in Tennessee that maybe you could pick up. I think maybe you've heard of him. I think it's
Fuck that guy too. Don't
Cody
even
Parkey?
fucking say. Don't even say. God damn it.
I love
Fuck
to
you,
tell.
Drew.
I love to
Fuck
tell this
you.
story. I love to tell this story on the show just because it's one of my favorite moments ever at a live sporting event. But my name is Cody, and I was at the Bears-Lions game that Cody Parkey missed 3 field goals, and I had all of Soldier Field just going, "Fuck you, Cody! Fuck you, Cody!" And I'm like, here in my Lions gear, just like, it felt great.
So, moving on from kickers, I picked up Curtis Samuel, and I feel really great about it right now. And I only spent $3 fab on him. And right now, so far, it's not even halftime yet. He's got 18.5 fantasy points
wow.
so far. So, fuck yeah, yay drummer for
Yeah, that was
finally
a-
scoring
that-
on something.
That's an instant gratification on a good pickup there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy right now with I don't have anybody in this game, but I am playing against the Falcons running back Hill and Carolina's wide receiver Moore, and they have a total of 2.6 points. So I'm feeling pretty good about that so far.
Me too. That's great. All right, and then I did pick up Scotty Miller, and I beat out Cody because he didn't have enough room on his rosters. There was a note.
Yeah. So if it, you can set the order,
Yeah.
and I mean, I guess we never really talked about this strategy of mine. I always make at least 10 or so roster contingencies that a lot of times don't go through, because you can rank them based on how much you're bidding or stuff, and it's just like if you don't go through, bam, 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 up until you're to the person that you wanted to keep. And I like to just go, I'm going to get someone unless it's to the person like, okay, this guy's not better than the person I would drop. And I love to just, I don't know. Kristen hates it that every Tuesday I'm up here. It's like, okay, I need to do waivers, and it's like an hour and a half of me doing deep dives.
Oh, yeah. I try, but I never fucking hit on anything. It's horrible.
So you used like a rank voting system for your
For my picks, yeah, pretty much,
nice.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like this week was easy because I had 2 people I had to just drop. I had 2 open bench spots, and when you have 2 open bench spots, it's just like go, 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 go. If anyone hits, they hit. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally. And then on my last note for this, Drew, sorry, this is a lot of you on here, and I didn't know you were going to be on the show until Cody told me, and I was like, all right, cool, this works out great. But you dropped Philip Lindsay.
Yep.
You said he wasn't doing anything, and understandably so. But I found it kind of cool to be able to pick him up knowing Gordon was going to be out. Hopefully it works out for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm really, I mean, you saw my running backs, right? I got Montgomery and fucking Drake and shit else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm horrible right now at running back.
Right.
It's like I'm desperate. So I had to kind of take a swing at him.
Yep.
And I didn't spend any fab on him or anything. I just got him off a free agent move. So
Right.
nice
pick
worth
up.
a shot. Yeah, worth a shot. So that's all my news for the waiver wires for now, I think. But yeah, I just hope that move kind of works out for me at least. I mean, I need something. I'm 2-5 for God's sake. You know, and I feel like the Bears. You know, like it just doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good at all. You know.
I love how defeated you are about the Bears. We're about to go into the Bears news right now, and it's just like the Bears are 5-2, and it's the most depressed I've ever seen a 5-2 like a 5-2 team ever.
Right? Oh my God! Like it doesn't feel like they're 5-2. It just doesn't like at all. Like they got lucky on a couple games, you know, with Atlanta and the other one. What was it? Was it against you guys? We got lucky. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. You guys were 1 drop pass away from losing week 1.
Yeah, it was you guys. Yeah. So I mean, Bears news. They're 5-2. They got the Saints, who are 4-2, and they got a noon kickoff. All right. Deep breath. All right.
Well, I didn't expect the Bears to win anything after or much, you know, after the Colts played them. I kind of figured they were going to just lose everything else, to be honest with you. And that's not an anti-Bears thing, but they got some tough games, and the Falcons have done a great job of just crapping the bed over and over again.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they did that. You know, the Bears might have won it, but I don't know. They got a pretty tough route the rest of the season, so I can understand why you're not feeling too good. I mean, Saints and the Titans, the next 2, going to be tough.
No, yeah. All right, so this is how I feel about the Bears offense. It's extremely horrible play calling. Nagy somehow needs to either plan for what he can do with this team as opposed to what he's doing, which is what he wants to accomplish with this team. There's 2 different things. He can't do what he wants to do with this team, with these players, with these offensive linemen. Nothing. There's nothing's working right now. Something's got to change. They only had 2 trips to the end zone. One resulted in an interception, and the other one in a sack. Both of them on 4th downs. Like, it was just...
That's not good.
It was ridiculous. No. And now that they lost Robinson on a concussion, like, of course, nobody's looking at this in a bright light. Like, it's just, this is going to be horrible. This is going to be horrible for us. This is not going to be good. Okay? Montgomery can't get the ball running. It's all a fucking mess. It's really hard to watch. Cody, you came over for the game. How fucking frustrated was I?
You're frustrated. I had a fun time. You weren't like. I was playing with your dog and stuff.
I was about to punch my wall. I watched it on the projector. I was about to go up to my wall.
He's got a great setup.
Punch Nagy. Yeah, I was flipping out. All right. All right. So during the game, Brian Greasy talked about his interview with Nick Foles. And he said, and I quote, per Greasy, he said, Nick Foles, you know, sometimes play calls come in and I know that I won't have time to execute that play call. You know, I'm
That's
the one
gotta
out
suck
here.
so bad.
Yeah. You know, I'm the one out here getting hit. Sometimes the guy calling the plays, Matt Nagy, by name, is what he said. He doesn't know how much time there is back here. Now, both Nagy and Foles kind of deferred away from this conversation a little bit and trying to deter it and bring it down like it's nothing. But when Foles tried to explain it, he explained it as if he was talking about it in live play, which is what fucking difference is that? There's no difference there. It's the fucking same shit you're saying. You're saying you're getting calls that you cannot execute. You're still saying the same thing. Like it's not making sense to me. Just fucking man up and just say, yeah, these play calls suck. Everything. Why not? Why the fuck not? Yeah,
I mean,
know
isn't
your
that what he
team-
kind of did?
Yeah, he did, but then he's trying to back up. No, me.
Well, they have
Matt
PR
Nagy,
departments. I don't know. That's probably what that was.
Yeah. So, you know, during the post game when Nagy was asked about this, he didn't know, obviously. When he was asked about it, he's like, what? Huh? And he got all serious and shit. And it fucked up his whole tone for the rest of the fucking interview thing for the post game like conference. And it fucked him up the next day when he did another conference call with the media. Like, he's like, I don't know. You got to talk to Nick. Nick can clarify that. We have a great relationship. Blah, 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 blah. He said all the things you want to hear coach say about his quarterback and him and their relationship. But when he fucking heard his quarterback talk some shit, all of a sudden he became all like defensive and like, well, no, I'm not going to give up play calling, blah, 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 blah. I thought about it every week, but it's never a thing where we think changing the play caller would change the outcome of our execution in the game, blah, 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 blah. There's a bunch of horse shit. It's a bunch of horse shit, and it's pissing me off, man, because this fucking game sucked. Like, you got those clips ready, Cody?
You would think that I wasn't trying to set it up so I have the end button ready, but no, I got you, man.
All right, so the first clip, man, this is the first quarter, and it's 37, all right? And my problem is they keep throwing this ball behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Throw that first one in there. Yeah, check this shit out.
Rams rushing
37.
Patterson out of
Bam.
the backfield.
Behind the line of scrimmage. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Like, that's not how you... Patterson is not a running back. He's not a wide receiver.
We got it to him, but there was a guy there, and it almost like there's not even a hit there. They just like, okay, I'm just going to trip over and watch him. All right, let's just watch this again. It's just like, okay, soft pass there, and yeah, never mind.
Well, he just caught the ball. Yeah. There was no way he had time to make any moves there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a broken play. They know what they're going to do. This offense is predictive. They always do the same fucking shit.
Ooh.
This is the next play, the fucking end zone one. 3rd and 6, third quarter.
Okay, so this one is 3rd and 6. And Foles is being pressured. It was pinned back because it was great special teams play by that kicker. Because I know you hate kickers.
3rd and 6.
Fucking hate, especially that kicker. Look at this shit. This is fucking
Bad field position. He was about to get a safety. Man, if he had time, he totally could have connected on that wide open.
He had us. Yeah.
You guys had an offensive line. That would have been a huge play.
All he needed was half a second more.
But he did not have a half second. Look at this.
I know.
Look at this.
All he needed was
that guy was
half a second more.
unblocked. Let's watch that one more time. Look at right here. He's just blitzing there, unblocked.
Yeah, he couldn't even step into the fucking throw. And they did three linemen on one side and 2 on the opposite. It was a delayed blitz.
But they were showing
fucked them up.
they were showing linemen there. Here, one more time. Look at the linemen up on the upper part of the screen.
3rd and 6.
Yeah, there's 3
Like
on
they
one
were
side and 2
showing
on
all
the
those
other.
people, and they did not address. Like someone should have yelled over, like, "Hey,
Yeah,
someone pull in
Yeah.
here! Like,
somebody.
check the count here. Look at how many people are over here." No, that guy goes out on the route.
At an empty backfield. Where the fuck is your running back? You're at the fucking goal line. You have to, if you're gonna throw the ball,
That is
you have
an
to
empty
make sure the
backfield, is
quarterback's
it?
not
Yeah,
gonna
that
get
is.
hit.
That's an empty
It's an
backfield.
Empty backfield. If you're gonna throw the fucking ball out of a shotgun in your fucking opponent's end zone, you need to fucking make sure have a fucking running back there so you can tell, hey, you know what? Hey, they got these motherfuckers coming over here. You should come on this side and help them over there. Right? It's very fucking simple, right?
You want a safety? That's how you get a safety.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Pissed me off. And then another throw behind the line of scrimmage, Cody. At the end of the third quarter, 3rd and 8. Look at this shit.
Pressure comes late.
Oh, that's not the one. Which one?
Oh,
I was
oh, wait,
going
no,
in
no,
order.
no.
You jumped over the Millers. So that was
Yeah, sorry.
huh? It was a throw behind the line of scrimmage. This was that one from Lillard. So anyways.
Yeah, just go ahead and play that one.
No, it's because this was setting up the play that you wanted to show. So throw it there, and he just trips up, not getting it. So that was 3rd and 8 right there.
3rd and 8.
So immediately there does not get there. And I remember me talking to you at the time, and you were like, watch, they're going to try to do something stupid. Like, if you had a real offensive line, you just run it down the middle, do a QB sneak or something. Like, you just try to muscle that little bit of. But what did they do? And you were like, you even said, like, they're probably going to just toss it to Patterson, like, yards behind the line of scrimmage, and watch this. Okay, so they got some motion to maybe try to pull some people. It does not fool anyone. It is blown up. 4th and 1, blown up like a Tecmo Bowl play.
Yep. And for a 2-yard loss. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's why I had this up here.
Downs.
They pretty much ran this play from Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah. It stopped. Anyways, but it's fucking bullshit, man. I'm so angry. You know.
You still got one more to get through, man. You got one more clip.
In the 4th quarter, like, there's 9 minutes left in the game, and like
I think it was less than that. Hold on.
less than that?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
9. No, it's 9.
like
Okay,
3
you're right.
minutes.
Just 9 minutes left in the game.
And 4th and goal, and Foles gets sacked. And
They had to go for it. They
had to go
you know,
for it.
they were behind. They hadn't scored a touchdown. They had only been in the red zone twice.
Yeah, check this out. Play the clip.
Or this is the second time in the red zone.
Foles under some pressure. Not going to get out of there.
That was a 3-man rush, wasn't it?
Yeah, play
Hold on, start again. Hold
Play it
on.
again.
Is this just a
One more time.
3-man rush? I guess there was a 4th man there, yeah.
Not going to get out of there. Drop back at the 12-yard
It was ridiculous.
All right,
Fucking
really
ridiculous.
quick. How many people are blocking here? So you got 5 people blocking, and the running back could have done a chip block there on the 4th person. So there was technically only 3 people, and the 4th person could have been taken by the running back, but he was trying too much to be a receiver. Look at the running back here on the 4th block here. The running back could he just goes around, and that guy is that Aaron Donald?
I don't know who the fuck it was. I don't care.
Oh no,
I don't fucking care. But that was that, man. And you know what, man? Like,
I mean, where was there blocking on that?
where's that blocking the whole fucking game?
You
The whole
had
fucking game.
5 linemen against 3 people and a running back that interacted with the person who got the sack.
Yeah. It was stupid. It was fucking stupid. It's fucking dumbass.
The numbers
football.
don't add up. You should not have had that's bad.
Yeah. So, anyways, Foles ended the game for fantasy purposes. We're going to talk about Foles' things because I almost traded for him with Pac-Man. He ended up with 6.44 points. Okay, so I'm really happy I didn't make that trade. I told him earlier. I had Cody tell him earlier.
But it means that Mitchell might come back. Drew, do you know about our bet?
No.
Oh, we'll get into that in a minute. So he did throw for 262 yards, but he had 2 interceptions, a passer rating of 67. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's horrible. Now, my question is, would have Trubisky had a better game? You know, a lot of analysts are saying, you know, they should bring back Trubisky. You know, he would give them at least another chance with his fucking feet.
Foles is a better arm. Mitch will run.
Yeah, you can run. Yeah, he can't read. He can't call defenses. Fuck it. We're going to get pressure anyway. It's not like you're going to have time to look at fucking anybody else anyway. So your first option isn't open. Just fucking run the ball. Fuck it. I mean, we need help with our running game anyway. You know, I don't fucking get it. I get so frustrated trying to figure out what they're going to do next or what they can do to fix it because there's so much fucking wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, the running game only had 49 yards. 48 of those yards was Montgomery. Where the fuck is Lamar Miller? You guys signed Lamar Miller.
He's on the practice squad.
I know. Where the fuck is he? They're not letting Ryan Nall run. They're not letting Artavius Pierce run. They're not giving anybody else an opportunity.
Well, if you're asking that question though, are you blaming Montgomery or
No,
like?
I don't think it's just Montgomery. I think it's the line. I mean, partially, yeah, Montgomery, yeah. So he might be a little bit at fault, yeah, but it's not just his fault. Like this whole O-line sucks. It sucks for passing and for running.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to run the game the whole year, but they have been able to pass the ball sometimes. So it's not like there's one guy in there. And you look at teams, they have a couple guys running the ball. They have a couple guys getting at least 3-4 other attempts. Now, Cordell Patterson had 3 attempts. You only have 1 yard running. 1 yard. You have 2 other positioned running backs, natural position running backs that aren't even getting an opportunity. Like, you need to try something. You need to do something to get this going. Like, if it's giving a guy another carry, giving another guy another carry, yeah, that's fine. Now, and let me tell you, Montgomery's on my fantasy team, so the more carries he gets, the better. But as a fan for the Bears, like, I need to see some action. I need to see some kind of movement behind there. Like, you can't just have one guy doing this and getting killed. This kid's gonna get injured trying to do this shit by himself.
I think the blame falls squarely on one person's shoulders.
Maggie.
Brian Pace.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah, who has decided that only defense matters and that offensive line doesn't matter. And I know that's not a great answer, but I mean, until it doesn't matter what running backs you put back there, what quarterbacks you put back there, it's all moot until you have somebody to protect and block a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Foles is the best quarterback, but he is a Super Bowl MVP winner. That at least
he's experienced.
That at least says competency up to a certain level. But let's face it, the Eagles had a better offensive line than you guys have right now. So
everybody has the Jets probably have a better offensive line.
I don't know. I would have to look into that.
Yeah, probably not. Anyways, let's talk about Bears D. Now, defense, like Cody, you were here watching the game, and I was getting so frustrated with all the missed fucking tackles. And I think that's a result of them having to play so goddamn much. Their offense doesn't do any help for them, so they're always on defense. So it feels like during the game, it felt like the time of possession. We were trying to find it while we were watching the game. And it felt like the Bears were losing that big time, time of possession. Turns out they didn't lose it by that much. It was only 27 minutes to 30 minutes to the Rams with the ball.
But it definitely felt like it.
But yeah, it definitely felt like it. And it's, I don't know. It's so frustrating because the Bears D is so good, but when they're on the field and playing against an offense that miraculously figured out how to play fast to get the Bears D tired. Like, they were no huddling like crazy, speeding up the game. Even when they did huddle, right after the huddle, they fucking ran right to the line and, like, within seconds hiked the ball. The Bears weren't prepared for that. Like, the defense wasn't, and it hurt them, especially early.
Yeah, there was a lot of plays I remember like talking about during the game where you'd see the offense get up to the line and they'd immediately hike the ball, and we'd be like, the defense was not set. They were still pointing to people in the backfield and like, oh shit.
Yeah, and and I think that plays in part into all the missed tackles. They were caught off guard quite often, and they couldn't read what the offense was trying to do.
The Rams just outplayed you.
Yeah, they totally outplayed us, and every fucking thing, even on special teams. Like, does Cordell really need to fucking take the ball out of the end zone every fucking time? Like, we could have started at the 25, I think 3-4 times. Instead, he brings it out.
I mean, give credit to the Rams kicker. I mean, that guy is really good.
Oh my god, man!
You can deal with being outplayed or outcoached, but you can't deal with being both.
Oh, they are both. I can't deal with both. It's fucking driving me nuts, man. I'm already going bald, and I feel like my whole head's gonna be bald by the end of the season, like all the way around.
Well, there's a guy he used to play for the Bears. His name's Brian Urlacher. He could probably help you out.
No, that shit's expensive, man.
I've seen those billboards.
Yeah, I checked them out. I called them, and I got a consultation and everything. They're expensive as shit. Fuck that.
Wife thinks he looks better without hair, so.
I think it does too. I mean, yeah, whatever. Overall, I'm getting really, really tired of watching shitty offense. It's becoming eerily similar to what the Mark Trestman offense looked like when it came to play calling. Very frustrating and sloppy, and the offensive line almost looks exactly the same as it did with them when Trestman was the coach. Now, I think trying something new, like making Nagy give up the play card and having somebody else call plays. They have 3 experienced play callers: Bill Lazor, the offensive coordinator; John DeFilippo, the QB coach; and Juan Castillo, the offensive line coach. I probably wouldn't have him because his offensive line is shit right now, so I'm not really happy with him.
Maybe not transition to the person who's doing the worst.
Yeah, but Bill Lazor or John DeFilippo, I'd like to see them get a shot at play calling. Maybe something would be a little different. Maybe they can find a little more flow.
Honestly, more than anything, what happens what is this, the 3rd year or something that Nagy's been calling? Mm-hmm. After a while, people get enough tape on you, they know what your tendencies are, and then you get your plays blown up like this, like they know, this is the lineup, and every single time it's just like Tecmo Bowl. But like that's what happens. So if you at least switch to your offensive coordinator calling it, there's a shift. They don't know what the tendencies are specifically. It's going to be a different instinct. So I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I'd like them to try that, and I'd also really like to see them try to use Trubisky in some form, some way. Like, the kid's got legs. We need help with our running game. Like, put him in at running back. Why the fuck not? Let's try something. You activated Tyler Bray to the roster. He's still on the roster, the active roster. And you got 3 quarterbacks there. Like, why is he just sitting there? Like, why do you have a spot for a 3rd quarterback if you're not going to use Trubisky for something? It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It like, they need to try something. Put him in for a couple plays in the goal line, in the red zone. Like, create questions on the defense that you're facing. Make them try to guess. Because that's what you need right now. Because right now, everybody knows what you're going to fucking run. And it's not working. Like, you need to try something, Like, it's ridiculous. So, outside of that, on other stuff, the Bears signed receiver return specialist Dwayne Harris, who was pretty good for a couple teams. And then got cut. And now he's on the Bears. And they released Terry Beckner, defensive tackle. And that's all my Bear shit, because if I keep going, I'm going to fucking cry.
I just love how depressed the 5-2 team is. But my 3-3 Lions. Yeah. I don't know. We're coming off of a win, and I'm going to go through this win with you because it was, if you guys missed it, that was probably the 2nd best game of the week. The first best game of the week was obviously the Seahawks Atlanta game, did you guys watch that game or no?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I'm not Atlanta, Seahawks Arizona game. That game was great, but my favorite clip of the week was by far the interception where Arizona was running it back. Did you guys see this one with Metcalf? Metcalf can run. Here we go. This is going to be a touchdown, and nope, pick 6. His is gone. No one can ever go there. Wait, look at where is this Metcalf?
That motherfucker is bad.
Baker just looked at us like, how the fuck did you get here? That was amazing.
That was amazing.
That was the best game of the week. But the Lions one ended in pretty spectacular fashion. I'll get into that in a minute. But one of the first things I want to talk about is the Lions offense, which looks all right. But number one thing we need to do as an offense is either give DeAndre Swift more carries or at least switch up how it's used. So let me just show you here. This is a running comparison, next gen stats here. If you see on the right is Adrian Peterson. Now, if you see those lines, they're pretty much all going just straight dead center. And now the one on the left with DeAndre Swift, they're going fucking everywhere. There's less carries, so you don't have as much to work with. That's because they're trying stuff not just straight down the middle. And because of that, like the announcer even mentioned it somewhere in like the third quarter. So like Adrian Peterson, that was stopped. It's like, well, they're just going in the middle. They know what's happening, and it's getting predictable. You can't be predictable. If you're going to use Adrian Peterson, make him go outside sometimes so they at least don't stack the middle. Yeah, running game played all right. Not really. I guess it wasn't the best, but we really tried to commit to the running game. That wasn't working. The passing game was working. We would have probably won this game a lot better if we would have just started out trying to pass a little bit more. Sounds like old Lions. I've been saying that for years, but every year we try to make the run game work. Doesn't always work. Do what you do well. Stafford actually can make shit work. Hockenson looks good. He was actually tied for fourth in separation on the week. I forget which site I got that from, but yeah, he was getting separation for a tight end, like I guess out of receivers. That's pretty good. Marvin Jones, welcome back. He got 5 for 80. I think that they might have started targeting him because they might be trying to trade him. Final year of his deal. Giants were actually trying to trade for Galladay. I've been saying this for weeks. Also on his final year of his contract, pay the guy. Look at this guy. Like, he does not get easy passes. He's getting double teamed. So here's one play. Okay, that's pretty tight coverage. Doesn't fucking matter for Kenny. All right, look at this one.
They do, but it's picked up from Stafford.
All the time in the world there. That's pretty good blocking.
Kenny Galladay hangs on at the
That's a massive catch, man.
Yeah. And then look at this guy.
defensive plays in a 14-13 game. Kenny Galladay.
Like, it doesn't matter how tight the coverage is. He just, like, he goes up and catches the thing. And I feel like I do this every fucking week. Just give the guy a contract already. Like, if we're going to be any kind of team ever in the future, get my boy Kenny a contract. I feel like I said this last week. The only reason he doesn't have a contract yet is I don't know if our GM's going to be there next year, and I don't know if he has the authority to make a long-term contract anymore. It's dumb that he doesn't have a contract yet. I don't think he's going to be on the Lions next year. Who do you want to go see? Who wants Galladay? Who do you think would be a good team?
The Bears.
I can honestly see him with the Bears. He went to Northern Illinois.
Man, him with Allen Robinson would be sick.
But yeah, like he went to Northern Illinois, so I don't think that it would be a long stretch for him to be like, oh yeah, stay around the area.
That'd be nice, but they'd probably franchise him, no?
They probably will, depending on what happens. If we fire off our coaches, we're not going to franchise. You're going to rebuild. I don't know. Stafford was 25 for 36, 340 yards. Not bad. I mean, it was just, the game script they really wanted to run, and then at the end when they threw it, he looked good. Also, those stats are a little bit misleading because 4 of those incompletions were him clocking the ball because we were out of timeouts. Those count against your QBR. That's weird. Reconnection successful. Do you see me up there yet?
Well, let's see.
Am I reconnected?
Yeah, you are.
I am?
Yeah, I see you on the Facebooks.
Yeah, we're back. Anyways, defense, the biggest news of the week. 6th round pick for Everson Griffin, the guy who talked mad shit about the Lions his whole career, but now he's 32, and his contract dictates he's now a Lion. So congratulations, shit talker. You're where you always hated. He's had 2.5 sacks and 13 pressures for the Cowboys this season. Not the best, but the Cowboys also suck. And he's also 32, so he's not as good as he used to be. But he was a great pass rusher in the past, and we need some help with pass rushing. I'm hoping at the very least it gives us some depth. Maybe we get another sack or two out of the year. Oh, also career, he has 16 sacks against the Lions. So I hope you have a good conversation with Stafford after all that. Like, sorry, but nothing personal.
Just game talk. Just game talk.
Yep. Romeo Okwara looked good last week with 2 sacks and a forced fumble. Really good because his brother is actually supposed to be the one who's doing that, but he's injured on the IR right now. So I'm glad we have those brothers on our team, and that forced fumble was pretty nice. The Lions are finally mixing up man and zone properly, showing different looks. So all year I've been complaining about the Lions man coverage. Lions man coverage actually held up this week, and we're mixing it enough that defense aren't just like, oh, they're in man now. Our defense is held like Julio. I mean, Julio still just, I don't know. It was enough that we won. Whatever, fuck it. It's the second week that they started having John Penazzini up in that 4 front instead of the 3 front. It's making a difference. Flowers is starting to earn his money. The front is actually come together. We needed the extra person. The 3-man rush wasn't working. Also Deshaun Hand had the best game of the season. You know, not the best defensive performance, but there's a lot of positives. Obviously, we won, and the corners surprisingly held up. But we might finally get our starting corners back this week. If not this week, for sure next week. Once we get our actual starting corners back, I think our defense might go from one of the worst in the league to mediocre, which is all I wanted all year. Our offense can hold up with mediocre defense. We cannot keep with this worst defense in the NFL shit.
True that. Yeah.
Yeah. Special teams. You know what? Prater made 3 of his 4 kicks, but he had a 48-yard extra point to win the game because there was a penalty on that last touchdown. So that was some clutch shit for Prater because, come on, 48 extra point. That was game. And then Jack Fox for MVP of the year. Do you know anything about Jack Fox, Drew?
Oh.
Jack Fox is our rookie punter, and he already won NFC player, special teams player of the month last month.
Didn't know, Drew. Cody likes kickers a lot. He loves them.
Actually, I leaned into it because of how much you hate kickers, and we have 2 good. We have Prater and Fox. We have really good kickers on the Lions.
Oh, good. Go on.
Got a decent line, so just rub it all in, huh?
Yeah. All right. So pretty much all I want to say on this is you have to appreciate how good this game was. So it all started. It looked like everything was lost. Like, look at this point. We showed this earlier. Do not score. He's saying it in the huddle. Do not score. What happens?
This was so fucking funny.
Well, he trips up and falls into the end zone. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a huge mistake. So here we are.
It's a close
We
game
have like
right
a
now.
minute.
They
We
might
have
do it
no
again.
timeouts left. So what do? Throw it to Hawkinson. Get out of bounds, Hawkinson. So we got 57 seconds when we snap this. We have to get the ball back here. Throw it to Hawkinson. Get out of bounds. Look at this great defensive play, keeping him in bounds. He would have actually got out. They whistled it done, but he did lean out eventually, but kept the clock rolling. So we're all freaking out like, oh shit. You know, they're up 22-16. He rolls over. Bam! Danny Amendola with the catch. Clock the ball again, so that's another incompletion for the stats. But we're fucking moving the ball fast. Next play right here, you know, second down because of the clock.
Stafford, middle of the field.
Bam! Again, good coverage for Kenny Galladay.
The official says yes.
Fucking catches that shit. Pay the fucking man. Look at this.
But can they do that? The ball was snapped.
And they actually stopped the clock there for a official review of the catch to make sure it was. So we get the ball back with 3 seconds left.
What kind of pressure do they put on Matthew Stafford? He has time.
Yeah, the play fell down, and Hawkinson ran back the other way. That was extra. Their routes were done.
T.J. Hawkinson.
And that's the shit you got to worry about, Drew.
What a phenomenal job by Matthew Stafford to buy time, to step in the pocket, and he knew it.
This week he's going to be on his back if he waits that long. That's the plan.
I agree. My hope is that he goes out so I can win this Trubisky.
So here's our bet.
We'll talk about it later.
No, we'll talk about it now because keep talking about he just doesn't know this. So the bet was straight up end of the season. He said Trubisky would have more points end of season fantasy points than Matthew Stafford. Right now the bet is Mitchell Trubisky. Wow, my computer's all slowing down. Trubisky has 60 points. Stafford has 123 points on the season. So the loser has to get the other quarterback's number tattooed on him.
Wow.
Yeah. So I hope Trubisky gets brought back in, and I hope Stafford gets injured for the rest of the season.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not looking good.
But if I do have to get the tattoo, Stafford's number 9. And if Foles turns shit around, I can make the 9 work for me tattoo-wise.
Yep.
Foles
He's just a
takes us
huge
to the
Foles
playoffs.
fan. Anyways, next game we're playing the Colts. That's all I have to say. We pretty much talked about this. The Colts are a better team, but Rivers is not as good as Stafford. I think he throws an interception. That will be the only way we win.
Can't you just get? You have to get the number 9, but couldn't you get like McMahon by it?
Was McMahon 9?
Will later on.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Get a McMahon.
Hey, I know we shouldn't go backwards, but while we were talking about punters and some amazing punters, John Hecker, right, for L.A., didn't he have some really, really amazing punts this week?
He actually won NFC Player of the Week, Special Teams Player of the Week. I saw that, yeah.
You guys are fucking killing me. You're killing me with this fucking kicker.
You can't deny he did. Like his punts were just like he had some fucking voodoo on that shit.
Yeah, he was pinning you guys back there.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Anyways, we'll be
Fuck
back
you
with the
guys.
rest of this, but I really have to take a pee. So here's a commercial for my other podcast.
In a world shrouded in chaos,
there's a fucking bomb on this thing.
new heroes will be born to solve old problems.
You're going to have to do a jump.
Harry, copy. Harry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ray, you said something about a jump?
And the roll of a dice can mean the difference between life or death.
Mel, what happened?
I'm so sorry, Summerboard.
So,
Annie, are you okay?
It's Reboots and Dragons, the podcast that reboots movies using D&D.
You're the fifth element. You keep saying she's Boron, the fifth element on the periodic table?
Each week, our guests try to guess the movie and play it out with their D&D characters.
You guys know what the movie is this time?
Terminator?
There's action.
Pull over!
I go, thanks, but it's a cardigan.
There's romance.
Not sure how far you want me to go with this. I'm not going to describe banging sex scene.
There's snake puns.
Why did the snake's wife file for divorce? Erectile dysfunction.
There's familiar locations.
We're going to my friend's cabin in the woods.
There's horse death.
We burned down the stable so the Terminator can't get enough powers. Make sure we lock it so all the horses die inside as well.
There's very persuasive speeches.
We're here from Animal Control. These snakes are supposed to be here for tomorrow's ritual.
Randall, tell him this boa constrictor needs a hysterectomy.
God, I hate.
There's positive role models.
Al doesn't do drugs. He gets high on ladders.
It's all the fun of your favorite movies with the chaos of D&D.
I do have this cloaked robe. I think that would be good. Let's try it. Let's put that on her.
What is the structural difference between this cloak robe
You know, we
and
don't.
the current blanket?
Reboots and Dragons. Available everywhere podcasts are and streaming live on Something Street Studios.
There's a post-it box on the corner of something and something.
I used to live right by that intersection.
That's canon now. There's something street stuff, the boulevard, and another
street I'll figure out later.
That's Reboots and Dragons.
I got a high heart rate notification, so let's just take it easy. This is too much fun.
Harry.
Yeah, Kovacs, what do you got?
Copy, Harry.
I copy.
That's all I got.
Okay. Oh, man.
Right.
I feel so much better, guys. I cannot tell you. Do not have soup before a show that you're not supposed to pee for a couple hours and then drink on top of it. Like, that was too much. I think I peed for 2 minutes there. Whew. I am so much better now. Oh, let's talk more football.
Yeah. Real quick, man. This game is looking pretty good, man. 16-14. Atlanta's about to kick a field goal.
Yep.
And,
and Carolina looked like they were going to drive, and they had a 4th and 2, and their running back ran right into the offensive lineman's ass and fell right down like a fool.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
So apparently Young Hoku was the play to play this week. That's what I'm seeing here.
It was raining hard when he kicked that field goal at the end of the first half.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I don't think it's raining now, but it was definitely coming down, or it looked like it. They're not inside, are they?
He's got no. Carolina, they're outside.
I didn't even think about that. I heard on the news something about they canceled some kind of like political rally in North Carolina because of the weather, and I didn't even think that there's a football game tonight. But we don't talk politics on this show.
Look at those shorts. He's really got those pants hiked up, huh?
Right?
He looks like he's kicking in Spanx.
Kicking in Spanx, yeah. I love that guy. He's awesome.
Yeah.
The only kicker I like, man. He's gangster shit.
Another at the end of the first half, before he kicked that field goal, Julio had a touchdown that it should have been his, and Carolina made a great play to just knock it out of his hands right in the end zone.
I totally missed that, but Julio's already got 108 yards, so.
And he should have had another touchdown, but he couldn't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, doing good.
All right, let's just tag at the end of the Lions-Bears talk. Obviously, we already said I got Indianapolis this week, but then we got Minnesota, Washington, and Carolina, and Houston. Like, Lions got an all right schedule again. Like, I think we could keep it around 500. The Bears got New Orleans and Tennessee. You're going to really enjoy that bye week 11.
Yeah, we sure are.
And they got Green Bay twice this year still, right?
Yep. They have Green Bay week 12 and 17.
Yep. It's looking pretty fucking horrid right now so far, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't want to talk about their schedule. I don't want to talk about the Bears anymore right now.
Hey, I wonder if this would actually work. Hold on a second. I'm not sure. Do you want to try to do your quiz that we've had loaded up here for weeks and we never did it?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can make this work here.
Drew, you're going to do our quiz.
Shit. Nope, something's wrong with it.
No.
Sorry. I'll have to reload that another time.
Okay.
Well, we could touch real quick on the Colts schedule because it's pretty nasty for the rest of the year as well.
Yeah, what they got?
They got the Lions next week, which should be a W as long as everything works out. But then got the Ravens, which is tough.
That's real bad.
Titans,
bad.
Packers, Titans again.
Oh,
Texans,
no. Oh, that's
Raiders. Good. Texans again, Steelers, and then finish with the Jaguars. So
out of that, I heard Houston and Jaguars.
Right. I mean, I think they can beat the Raiders, and I think that they can beat. I'm hoping that they're going to deal that they're going to end up beating the Titans 1 out of 2. I know that the Titans are good.
The Titans are playing really good.
They are.
Especially their offense has caught me off guard.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's a pretty
expect
well-rounded team.
But they are at our division, and they are kind of our rival now that Tom Brady's no longer in New England. I think they can split that, even though nobody has managed to beat them yet. They're not running the table, so I'm hoping that my guys can give them one.
I mean, of what I've seen, like, you're probably not winning the division specifically, but you guys are probably making the playoffs. My best guess.
Yeah, I mean, depends. I don't know what are the Texans at right now?
Without looking, I know it's not good. They fired their coach, for God's sakes.
Yeah. They somehow always end up scrapping their way into something.
I don't think this year they made by far the dumbest preseason trade of the year, and it's been downhill ever since. I don't know. Houston's a hot mess. They have an interim coach.
The Texans are 1-6 right
now. I don't think they're a
good.
threat.
All right. I haven't really seen much out of them, so and I guess that's why.
And you also have to remember there's an extra wild card spot this year.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
you guys are. I'm pretty confident you guys are making the playoffs.
Yeah,
just not against my Lions. I got to be a half optimistic. You know what I am optimistic about? Is they're actually going to play it on the local market this time. This is the first time I think I get to watch the Lions, except for the Lions-Bears game, actually without using NFLBites.com. That's not a plug.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that, Cody.
I'm not telling you where you can illegally watch streaming videos of NFL games.
That was funny. I was streaming Red Zone on when was it? Last weekend, I think. Not last weekend, the weekend before that. I was streaming Red Zone. My son comes down here. He's watching me. I'm at my desk with all my monitors up. He's like, "Where are you watching here? Is that the cable box? How do you have the cable box on two TVs?" I was like, "I don't have the cable box on two. That's the cable box over here. That's the antenna TV, and that is the internet stream of Red Zone." He's like, "Don't you have to pay to watch the games?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Well, how are you watching the Red Zone? Don't you have to pay for it?" You were mad that you couldn't get Red Zone because it cost so much for the cable. I was like, "Yeah, I found a site that lets me watch it for free."
Teach your child well.
He's like, "Dad, that's illegal. You're gonna get in trouble." I was like, "Everybody fucking does that." Like, Cody's the one that sent me.
We got 4 people watching right now, so they now know that you illegally download.
I'm not downloading shit. I'm streaming.
Oh,
I'm illegally
sorry.
streaming.
Corrections.
Yeah. And it's delayed, so.
Yeah, what's the point, anyways?
It's really illegal.
3 weeks ago, when we had the Lions game, the Bears.
That was fun.
Game, I brought my projector and threw the Colts game onto the wall too. That was a pretty sweet setup.
That was at my brother's house. We had the Lions game on the main TV, but then Brandon actually had a really good strategy for this. So we're borrowing our friend's parents' Xfinity account from Michigan, and you have to be on local Wi-Fi in order to watch that. But apparently he woke up in the morning and got the local station on through their Xfinity account and just kept it on, and it auto went into the game. So we were watching it off of the Grand Rapids Fox station.
Wow.
I was like, oh,
That's
man, I
awesome.
never thought of that before. But yeah, we had the Lions game on the middle one on the their TV they took from their bedroom, put out there, the Bears game over there, and then up on the wall with his projector, the Colts game. That was actually a pretty fun.
That's awesome.
With Red Zone as well, because I have a Sunday ticket, which I am not stealing from anything.
This guy's a baller. For the record, this guy's a baller with his Sunday ticket.
I haven't worked since March.
Oh, hey, fucking power to you, man. That's great.
I'm one of those restaurant industry people who's still out of work.
Honestly, last I talked to you, it sounded like you were going back, and now they're shutting shit down again.
So I got a call 2 days ago, and I just you probably don't know, but I cook at the Fifth Third Arena for the Blackhawks. It's my normal job. They were supposed to go back into the training camp in November. Then they pushed it to December. Now they pushed it to January. I don't think they're pushing it any further. I think that's the limit to what they can push it. So the word for me is December, when I should be going back to get things up and running, because my cooler, my freezers, my dry, I have no food there. So I gotta get everything in fresh and reestablish my connections with my purveyors and get stuff back and running. So another month and some change, and I should be back in the working class.
Oh man, I hope the best for you, man. That kind of sucks that you're
Somebody's got to feed these Hawks too before they go back into another season.
Yeah.
No, for real, yeah.
Also, like I think every sports fan's rooted for you because you having your job back means that sports is all right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign.
Yeah.
Oh shit, someone's down. Who's that? Oh shit, that's Bridgewater.
Oh, they kicked him in his bad knee.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Oh man. That's really bad, man, because he came back hard from that. Like that was like a horrific injury he suffered, and it took him.
Might not be his knee. It looked like it might have been. Oh, he got hit in the head.
Is that what it was?
He got hit the ground. Yeah, he got his neck fucking. Ooh, watch the replay. They'll show right now.
Oh yeah, I'm behind, significantly behind. It just happened on
Oh,
my.
I see. Yeah,
on my
the
screen.
shoulder. Oh man, yeah, I'm behind too. I'm watching it off
thought
of
he got kicked in
the
the
Amazon's feed, and the Amazon feed is slow. But I feel bad for
I got the NFL app, so yeah.
You watch it off your phone?
On the iPad from the NFL app, yeah,
Nice.
because I got Verizon. That's not a plug.
Oh no, I do the same thing all the time.
Not a plug.
Yeah, and I thought there was going to be a fight afterwards too, because they looked like his line was a little bit pissed about that.
Well, that was a super late hit. He was already on the goddamn ground.
Who was that the other week? Oh, that was the Cowboys coach was getting mad at their offensive line for not getting mad with God, why can't I never think of that redhead bitch's name? Andy Dalton. When Andy Dalton went out, yeah, the coach was like, I can't believe the offensive line just stood there and didn't get in a fight or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. You want to get an up downside, Cody?
Oh, I got a new drop for this. Did I tell you that?
Oh, you do? Because
Yeah.
I didn't make one. I was fucking too late.
Yeah, this is the new drop for the down upside.
I love it.
Welcome to the down upside.
Up downside.
Oh, whatever. You can name it once you actually make me I made every other drop possible. I mean, look at how great. Look at the production value on there. I even got the Something Street Studios logo up in there.
Okay, I fucking get it. I get it. I'm lazy. I need to step it up. I get it. Okay.
Drew doesn't know about how much production value these shows have. Like, for instance, do you know about Rick?
Who's Rick?
Rick Astley? Anyways,
that was a good one. All right, Drew, up downside. This is a segment where we pick two position players from every position and one flex guy, and we kind of project if they're going to be over or under on their projections.
So we're going off of the sleeper projections of the league that you're in, and so we're just saying, do you think they're going to be over or under? You can play with us if you want.
All right, so I'm just going to go over last week's results, and then we'll go into this week's picks, and then we'll ask you what's up. Okay. All right, so last week we had Teddy Bridgewater in here. He was projected at 22.29. He was just over at 23.16. So me and Cody both picked over. We won that one.
All right.
Yeah. Carson Wentz was the next quarterback on this list. He was projected at 24.15. I picked the over. Cody picked the under. I won it because he had 31.76. So
real quick, we got a question from YouTube. Is Lockett for Boyd and Carson a good deal? So
no. You got fucking Tyler Lockett. You better fucking hold on to him. Why would you trade him?
I have Lockett in 2 leagues right now, and I love Lockett. But you didn't even take a second to think it through.
No,
Carson's been injured.
Dude, I'm not trading Lockett. That's a stupid question.
He is like, he's either like number 1 or number 2 right now as far as wide receivers. The thing is, DK Metcalf is going to get some games, so just be aware that Lockett's going to have some lower games. But he's already have multiple games that I think over 30 points or something. Like, hold on, let me look at Tyler Lockett. My team's right over here. Tyler Lockett's just so fucking good right now. Chris Carson, though, when Chris Carson gets back, he could do stuff with Boyd. Like, I guess I guess for me is like I wouldn't get rid of Lockett unless you really need a running back, which in my opinion, Carson's a really good running back and Boyd's not that bad of a wide receiver, even though I think that Higgins is kind of taking over a little bit in Cincy, and now that AJ Green's you know what?
No.
I'm not feeling good about it.
No. You don't trade a top 5 wide receiver like Lockett. The reason he's doing so well is because DJ Metcalf is such a beast. No, DJ Metcalf's a beast. DJ Metcalf is getting double covered a lot.
Yeah.
That's the reason Lockett's getting so much shit going at him. Like, it's. I'm not worried about DK Metcalf taking anything away from us.
So right now I'm looking at the stats. Here's the problem. So you have week 7 was 43 points. He had 3 touchdowns and 200 yards receiving. That's why everyone's like, do not get rid of Lockett. No. And then week 3, he also had 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's why you don't get rid of Lockett. But there was also the weeks that he was 4 and 6. Yep. But, I mean, week 1 and 2, he was still double digits. I can't help but feel like Lockett's still going to have 1 or 2 more multiple touchdown games here. Russell Wilson looks sick as fuck right now.
Look at Lockett's schedule. He's got San Francisco, Buffalo, the Rams. Then he's got Arizona.
Oh, the next
Philly,
those
the
next
Giants,
games.
The Jets, then the Washington, and then Rams and I'm not giving away Lockett. These are awesome matchups for him. Like no.
He is the number 2 wideout in the league. Yeah, you
can't
give him up for that.
No, don't.
Yeah, I honestly, the only way I would take Carson at all, because I feel like Boyd's kind of just the add-in, is if you really, really, really needed a running back. But like Carson's been injured, and I don't know when he's going to be full health again. You know?
Yeah, somebody's trying to take advantage of this kid who's ever asking the question, because
it's Luke Carner. Hi, Luke.
Luke, don't do it. Don't do it, Luke.
I really, really love the way Seattle's playing right now.
Yeah, they're amazing.
They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wilson threw what, 3 interceptions last weekend.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's just like I love the way they're playing. Let's watch this one more time.
With 6 different receivers, and this time he lost one and it's picked.
Buda Baker thought he had a touchdown here. There is no way that DK Metcalf that. Nope, he is that fast.
Can he chase him down? And he does to save it.
That guy's a fucking beast, too, man. Have you guys seen that guy without his shirt on? Oh, my God. He looks like a goddamn superhero.
That was the first time I ever heard of him. It was his college photo next to someone else who plays who's actually good. It was him and someone else who was them pre-combine with their shirts off, and they were like fucking ripped as hell.
It's insane.
I'm trying to remember who his teammate was. It's another wide receiver who's actually really good. But yeah, that guy's a fucking beast, and I think that Seattle's going to keep putting up points like that.
Yeah. All right, so now let's go back to up downside. Ezekiel Elliott. He was projected at 14.7 for Dallas. He had 5.6. I picked the under, Cody picked the over, so he lost and I won. Yay.
Oops.
Yeah. Next was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, this one was a close one. He was projected at 12.51. I picked the under, and Cody picked the over. He ended the game with 12.82. I was so fucking pissed.
A win's a win. I'll take it. Yeah, I will say, though, I was partially thinking that because I didn't think that they would give Le'Veon Bell as many chances as they did that game, and I'm a little worried as the person who has Clyde in the show league about the future, especially since, like, hey, this is a fantasy show. I like to give advice. Le'Veon Bell is about to play the Jets this week. I think Kansas City's going to be up. I also know for a fact, just based on, well, I shouldn't have, I know based on rumors, Le'Veon Bell and Gase do not get along. I feel like if you're playing daily fantasy, play Le'Veon Bell. I feel like the revenge game gets thrown around. I wouldn't doubt he just turns to, the coach and just be like, hey, Andy Reid, I know you just met me, but do you mind if I just run for a couple 100 yards against my old coach because he was kind of a dick?
All right.
I just have a feeling about start Le'Veon Bell this week. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think so too. I think it's a good play. Yeah. He's probably cheap in daily too. It's not too expensive, so he could be a big boom player for you.
I think Clyde has. I think Clyde still has a good future with Kansas City. I don't think they paid Le'Veon to come over for nothing.
Yeah. For sure. And they can do no wrong right now. So I figure, especially like you said, players are usually up for their old teams. And I'm sure he would love the opportunity to get back at the Steelers.
How close are you following the Jets? Because the Jets are like a shit fire, you know.
Oh my God.
It is like,
I can't believe Gase is still there. I can't believe he's not fired yet. Like he sucks.
But there's zero respect for anything that's going on there. Everyone there hates it, and Gase is on record that he was taking over right when they were getting like Le'Veon Bell. Like he wanted nothing to do with Le'Veon Bell. He thought it was dumb, and he's like the whole reason he even brought Frank Gore in is like I like Frank Gore from my time in Miami. He wanted nothing to do with Le'Veon Bell. He's like, oh, he's a prima donna. He went out of his way to make Le'Veon Bell suck as much as he did.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to wide receiver position. My man, Christian Kirk, he won me some money last weekend with his 2 touchdowns. Not last week, the weekend before. He was projected at 7.61 last weekend. He ended up with 18.2. We and Cody both had the over on this. So we both won that.
They are also on a bye this week, and I think he's been playing good enough that I wouldn't doubt that this continues. Like the first few weeks with Arizona, they were targeting Hopkins right off the bat. Easy, obvious choice, just like everyone does with their number one. But Kirk's been looking all right, and I think that they're going to try to scheme him in more. I think that he's going to be good going forward. Yeah,
he's healthy now. Like he didn't start the season 100%. Now he's 100%, and he's ripping it up. So I like him. Tyreek Hill was on last week's. This is another close one that me and Cody almost both lost. He was projected at 14.98, and he ended up with 14.5. So we both won that one. Cody.
Hooray for decimal scoring.
Yeah,
can you believe, like, when I started, we didn't do decimal scoring? That was stupid.
I know. That was dumb. Why didn't we do that? Now we move on to tight end. George Kittle. He was projected at 14.04. We both had the under.
Yeah, we both had the balls to know that New England's actually good defense, and we bet against George Kittle. So props to us. That's why you listen to us.
Yeah. And this was a dumb one. I thought back about it after you mentioned it, Cody.
What?
I put Cole Kmet at one of these tight end positions, and he was projected at 1.38. So of course,
he caught the game. We were watching the game together on Monday, and he's like, he caught the ball. It's like he's over. He covered the 1.36 prediction.
Yeah. So that was a dumb one. I'm not going to do those low projections anymore. But that was the last one. So we made that one, and then our flex one, I threw in T. Higgins from Cincinnati.
Yeah,
he was projected at 9.6 that weekend, and he ended up with 16.30. I picked the under, and Cody picked the over, so he won that one. And then we also include the Thursday night game in here for our picks. I had the Giants. They lost.
For some reason.
Yeah. They almost won.
They did, actually. I'll give them that.
Yeah. And then Cody had Philly, and he won it. So for that week, I was 7-3, and Cody was 8-2. So we both did well, Cody. So
I'm doing better. I'm doing better now.
You're doing better, so am I. But you're still beating me. Drew, for the season so far, I am 29-40.
And that's why he's 2 and whatever.
Yeah. And Cody is 37-32.
Yeah. So at least I'm above 500.
Yeah, and I'm not too far behind him.
I'm not too far behind.
So
who's got who in the game tonight? For your Thursday night game.
I had Bridgewater, which I'm assuming that's done.
Yeah, he's not. I think he got you like 12 and a half, 12.6 points.
Oh, I had Julio Jones in, so he's already at 13.3, and I have Joey Sly. Fuck.
The big 5.
Yeah.
I
Good
feel
job,
really
buddy.
stupid right now. So I have Joey Sly in. Unfortunately, without thinking about it, I'm just going to tell you this because there's nothing I can do about it. Someone dropped Blankenship in our league. And
Really?
let me look in this.
John Craig?
Yeah. So I was going to drop Joey Sly for Blankenship, and I forgot that was a Thursday night. I actually had a bid in for it, but that doesn't clear until tomorrow. So Blankenship's available if someone wants them.
Should I pay $5 for him?
I got five on
do
it.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. I'll let you do it. I was going to put a thing in, but if you're going to put in a bet, I'll fucking... Where's the kicker?
I feel really dumb about that. Whatever. Kickers.
I'll put it in a waiver wire for him and see if I get him.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, so it should be right on schedule for the Falcons to take a big dump on the middle of the field, right?
Well, it's the fourth quarter. The Falcons are up, so the only thing they can do
They're
is
going to find some way to fuck it up. It's going to
Well, they got the ball. There's 13 minutes. There's 13. Well, about 14 minutes left. So if they can score a touchdown here, that will put them just up enough that they're going to for sure lose.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. So week 8.
All right, let's do this.
Are you ready, Drew? You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now I'm going to give you the full details, right? All right. First one is up. Is quarterback Baker Mayfield. He's up against Las Vegas Raiders. He's projected at 22.44. I picked the under. Cody picked the under. What do you got, Drew?
All right. Against the Raiders, I got to go under with that as well.
Yeah, I think you put that in because last week he got 39.78 points after Odell went out. And people keep trying to do this thing where they're better with Odell out. I don't believe that for some reason.
Well, yeah, and he still doesn't have Chubb back. So I mean and Chubb usually catches some balls for him too. So
I mean Hunt does too though.
He does, but he's no Chubb, and it's just fun to say Chubb. So I'm going under.
All right, cool. All right, Drew Lock. He's up against the Chargers. He's projected at 19.25. I picked the over. Cody picked the under.
What? Who is this?
Drew Lock, the Denver Broncos quarterback.
Okay.
They're playing the Chargers.
Chargers.
Now, the thing I wasn't taking in consideration earlier is everything I just said about the Chargers dealing with COVID and also fires.
So,
yeah, that's definitely.
This might have an asterisk by the end of the weekend.
I still feel like Drew Lock. I mean, he's still coming off the injury. I don't know, man. Like the Denver offense just hasn't looked that great. John Craig is currently playing Mafia, the definitive edition. I like to give updates on how John Craig is playing video games because it pops up on my screen while we're doing this.
You said he's rated at 18?
19.25 is what he's projected at.
I'm going under.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm noting these in our doc, so we can talk about it for next week. Okay, next we're moving on to running backs. We got Cody's boy, DeAndre Swift.
I think he looks good.
Against Indiana. He's projected at 9.92. I'm taking the under. Cody's actually taking the under.
I'm a homer, but I'm not paying attention.
I'm going under as well with the defense being back in full effect.
That's actually not why I went under. The reason I went under is they still gave more carries to fucking Adrian Peterson last week.
For sure.
So it's like you go against a good run defense on top of the fact that you're not giving this guy carries.
Yeah.
If he goes over 9, it's because he either A, gets the touchdown, or B, he busts off a couple catches because he's getting at least 4 catches a game pretty much right now. So, I mean, that gives him a good floor for PPR leagues or something like that. But like this is a half-point PPR, so he probably has 2 points from that. You need at least 60 yards to cover.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not good. We also have a question from Facebook. Brandon Thomas Johnson asks, "What's up with the gardening podcast?"
We all got red thumb, or well, it's not red thumb. It's green thumb, right? Green thumb.
Yeah, the green thumb.
Yeah. No, Drew and I were talking about doing a gardening podcast, so I don't know what to say yet. We got to schedule it.
I could chip in with building like garden boxes and stuff like that.
Drummer is a really good carpenter, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean,
I'm into it, man.
I wish if we would have known that he was going to make that comment, we could have had a little soundbite up here. But
Whoever had the front
little Dr. Green Thumb from Cypress Hill.
Oh yeah. There we go. Now you're talking like.
Hello, my name is Dr. Green Thumb.
Hold on. Speaking of.
Nice.
Hey,
Just reminded me.
we had a conversation. It was the end of last season on the show. I think it might have been the last show, actually, where it was like, well, it's legal now. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Blaze it up. Well, Brandon Thomas Johnson, we could talk about that on Saturday. Because I know he really wants to help with the gardening podcast, because that's Brandon's thing.
He really wants it to happen. I know. I'm not actually sure if it's like positive influence or not. He's like, make it happen. You're doing a gardening podcast, and I'm like, I am so overworked with all my other shows.
And he hates gardening.
Does
Brandon
hate gardening? I've never heard him say anything for or against it.
He does not. It's not his favorite thing when the conversation turns to gardening. So I don't know why he's all up on it, but we're working on it, Brandon.
All right, guys. Next running back on this list is Jamal Williams. Now, just note, Aaron Jones will be out this game.
Yeah, so I put that in before they announced today's inactives. But as someone, so Kristen's fantasy team, she has Jones and Jamal Williams, which obviously you swap them out. But like when you ask me if I want to put in over, I'm saying over if Jones is out, he's an over. For sure. Easy. I mean, did you see he was just tearing shit up last week against Minnesota? And they just got rid of Everson Griffin. Are you fucking... Oh, wait, no, that was Cowboys. Sorry, he jumped teams. But they just got rid of whatever that guy is who used to be on Jacksonville, the defensive end. I'm just saying it's a great matchup. It's definitely over 8 points.
Yeah.
If Jones is out. If Jones plays, no, Jones gets carries.
Yeah. I got the over too. He's projected at 7.94. You're over?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Sorry, I'm just noting. All right, next wide receivers. Another one of Cody's boys. And against the Colts is Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, he's projected at 12.82. I got the over. Cody has the over. What's your take?
I'm going under. I'm going with my team, and I'm going to say that if they're gonna get some, I know that they're going to launch it at him, but I'm going to count on a couple of those getting picked off, and so I'm going under.
I will say this. So I just pulled up his stats in our league. He has definitely been under 12 this year. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, since he's been back, the lowest he's had was against Jacksonville, which was 12.5. The rest of them has been about 14, around 14. Yeah. So it's going to be a tight one. He hasn't he hasn't really even gone full into his stride yet. I don't know. I cannot bet against him right now. The way he's playing, like the highlights I've been playing the last few weeks are sick. He is every pass tight window, heavily contested, and he's making them work. He is like, I don't know. He's looking the best I've ever seen him. I know it's not showing up for fantasy yet, but like 4 or 5 catches a game, and every single one of them are highlight worthy. I can't help but feel like they're going to have to go to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Galladay is going to be the only positive thing that comes out of Detroit against Indiana.
We have really good weapons. I think people really underestimate it.
I know.
Our biggest negative on offense is Patricia. Patricia's a dumbass.
All right,
hey, you got a good quarterback and they're playing well. Let's just run it up the middle with 30-something-year-old Adrian Peterson.
Right.
Yeah, that was great. Why don't you use that rookie you just took a 34th overall pick on?
Yeah. Next one up on this list is wide receiver Chase Claypool. He's up against Baltimore. Tough defense. He's projected at 10.81. I took the under, and Cody also took the under. What do you got, Drew?
You said 21?
No, he's 10.81.
10.8. Oh gosh. I don't know too much about the Claypool there, but
so Claypool was a huge waiver wire pickup a few weeks ago while Deontay Johnson was injured, and he put up some points like real well. It sounds like Deontay Johnson might play again this weekend, and he played. Did he play last weekend? I can't even remember now.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes.
So he's technically their number 3, but could be a number 2.
He might actually be the number 2. Juju, I think, is playing injured
Deontay's
right now.
Deontay is the number 2.
No, but I'm saying like Juju might be injured right now, and honestly, he hasn't been playing well this year, anyways.
Yeah, he's been hit or miss because he's on my squad. Gosh, I'm gonna go over and hope that I'm wrong, and hope that I think Juju's playing, so I'm gonna hope that Juju gets it, but I'm gonna go over.
All right, cool. All right, we're moving on to tight end now. Juno Smith from Tennessee. He's playing at Cincinnati. He's projected at 9.77. I took the over, and Cody took the over. Now, his previous game, he had 1.4. Just thought I should throw that out there. And by the way, Claypool had negative 0.7 last week as well.
He fumbled, and I think that's why he was untargeted.
Yeah.
And the game before that, apparently, he had 1.8. So his last 2 weeks have been pretty soft. But Cincinnati's pretty soft, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys both took overs, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna take the under that he keeps his he's gonna have a 3-game streak of crap, and I'm taking the under.
I was going completely on gut feel on this. Like Jonnu Smith, he's a red zone thing. If he doesn't get a touchdown, he's not hitting this for sure. There's no way. I have a feeling he's getting a touchdown. That's what it is. That's how tight ends work. If they get a touchdown, they get points.
Absolutely.
True that. All right, next tight end on this list, Jared Cook at Chicago. He's projected at 8.24. I'm picking the under. Cody's picking the over because he says, fuck your Bears defense.
Over.
Cody.
Over.
I love talking shit about your Bears.
You said over, Drew?
Yeah, I do. Even though I really want Kamara to get the touchdowns, but I'm going over.
They use Jared Cook. Oh, we got another question from the YouTube. Nathan asks, should I trade Zeke for Adam Thielen and Melvin Gordon?
Yes.
At this point, I say yes. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
The thing with Zeke, he is going to get his carries, and he's always going to get his carries. And I think he's going to have some good games in the future. But the offensive line is injured. His whole offense is injured. They've got a third-string quarterback going. He is going to be brought down by his team. Yeah. Adam Thielen's playing all right. Melvin Gordon might get suspended, but if he's not suspended, he's going to put up points.
Yeah, and I'm with you on the whole Dallas thing about everybody sucking and injured and whatnot, but He's the only thing they have on offense right now.
He's going to get
And,
carries.
Yeah, he's going to get the carries. The only thing I'm worried about with him is if he's going to be the next one that's going to get, injured, because they're going to have 8 men in the box from here on out.
And their offensive line has been like torn up. I mean, I forget how many offensive linemen I've already had to do in our little memoriams every week, but like they've had offensive line injuries and third string quarterback. Dalton will be back, but still is Dalton. I
mean, he was shit when he was in there too. I mean,
going back to the trade that
the same Dalton.
Yeah, the Cowboys just
Same
traded.
Dalton from Cincinnati.
The Cowboys just traded Everson Griffin that they just paid decent amount of money to come over to their team because they thought they were going to do something. They traded him away for a 7th round or a 6th round pick, I forget what it was, because they're giving up on the season. The Cowboys, they know what they are. I don't know. I still believe in Zeke's talent. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, on Gordon, the Broncos have already said they're not going to punish him. They're going to wait for the league to punish him, but not until the case gets resolved. And you know that with all the litigation and bullshit, they can push that for a little while.
It might be after season.
To not interfere with the season. So you may be good for the rest of the year, or at least until playoffs for fantasy.
Oh, wow. Okay, so hold on. He's got a follow-up. Should I trade Allen Robinson, Chris Carson, Melvin Gordon, if he makes a trade, and Jarvis Landry for Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think he's giving Allen Robinson, Chris Carson, Melvin Gordon, and Jarvis Landry for. So you want Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That doesn't sound good to you?
I think it sounds good, but okay. So in my head, Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones are for sure number 1 running backs. But what you're getting rid of is, so how are you starting on your team? Allen Robinson's probably one of his starting wide receivers. I guess if you're watching, who do you have as depth as your wide receivers? Because Allen Robinson might be your wide receiver 2 or something. Chris Carson can be a number 1 if he can ever get healthy again. Gordon's probably a flex at this point, but he could be around a RB2 as well. Jarvis Landry's pretty much done, in my opinion, honestly. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about Jarvis Landry.
Odell did go out, though, so maybe Landry does do a little more.
They're not the same kind of player.
No.
Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones are good. I guess, like, if he's in an 8-team league, I say definitely go for it because there's probably depth.
Yeah.
Because Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones will win you weeks as your 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But
Derrick Henry alone, I mean, we know what Derrick Henry does. He's a fucking running tree that nobody can knock down. Like
there's also the thing, doing that opens up 2 bench spots, and you can potentially in the next couple of weeks pick up a couple good waiver wire people to fill in those bench spots and come back to. You know what?
I say do it.
I'd say do it only if you can afford to get rid of Allen Robinson, because the rest are running. I guess Jarvis Landry. I don't care about Jarvis Landry at this point.
Right. and don't get me wrong, Henry's a beast. Absolutely, nobody's denying that. But like, he's a beast when he's in the open field. Like he that's when he's badass. Like, really, you get to him quick. He's just another running back. But in the open field, he will make you look like a child. And like that stiff arm a couple weeks ago where he just embarrassed the heck out of that dude. But
that shit was funny. That shit was too funny.
Henry's like a grown man. It's just like he's
like 2 grown men. Like the guy's massive, man. Like he's just, I don't know, he's strong. For running back, he's like a little fucking train. Like he's I really like watching him play. I don't know.
He is just a physical player.
You remember when we started our league, Cody?
Yeah, you were all on Henry until you gave up on him, and then he finally
3
did
years
well.
in a row, I had Henry, and then that 4th year came around. Oh, all of a sudden, he's a goddamn monster of a running back, and he didn't do shit for the first 3 years. And I, like, it's a keeper league, so I kept him 3 years in a row. 4th year, bam, he breaks out all crazy. I was so mad.
All right, so he says if I need to put in Fuller for Ridley, I still will have Henderson, Higgins, and DeAndre Swift to put in the flex. Those are all good people. So as far as that last one, if you have Fuller and Ridley as wide receivers, I guess you could probably afford, especially if you were getting Adam Thielen too on the other, because I guess that was contingent on the other trade. So if you have Adam Thielen, Fuller, Ridley, and T. Higgins as your wide receivers, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Henderson, I'm not sure about his rest of season because Rams seem like they want to committee and move people in and out.
Yeah. He'll have spot games where he's good.
Yeah. But yeah, like he's got a good team. Yeah, do the trade. If you,
I say do it.
I actually, based on what I'm seeing of what he's asking about his team, he has a good enough team that's enough that like that could be a roster to win the championship. Is what you probably should start thinking about at this part of the year. Is you need that thing that once you get to the championship game, everyone has a good team. You need that one that just has a slight advantage, and that might be enough to put you over. Yeah, I say go for it. Yeah, do the trade.
All right. For our last position on the up-down side, we got Myles Gaskin. He's up against the Rams. He's projected at 10.72. I got the under on this one because of the Rams, and Cody's got the over. What do you got, Drew?
I'm gonna go with the under.
See,
all right.
My thinking on that one is the Rams have a good defense, but also Miami is starting Tua for the very first time. And I think they're going to try to make this as easy on him as possible. And that's my only.
It's a good argument.
Yeah.
A real good argument for that. And then our Thursday night picks of the game, we both had Carolina. Did you have Carolina too, Drew?
Yeah, absolutely. I would, if I were picking, I would have picked Carolina. I still would pick Carolina at this point.
Atlanta's up 25-17 right now with 4 minutes left. 5 minutes left in the fourth. So it's almost a guarantee that Carolina's going to win at this point.
Right. Yeah, there's still 4 minutes left.
I can't wait to see what dramatic fashion that Atlanta's going to lose this week with.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an 8-point game, so I don't know.
Yeah. But Atlanta still has the ball, and Julio just made another great catch, and they're moving it down there, so they could blow out enough time to fuck it up again. I would just want Todd Gurley to fuck it up again and go in on the end zone. Oh wait, no, that would put him up too much, but yeah.
No.
I don't know. At this point, it would be really hard for Atlanta to lose. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, so
yeah,
I'm just giving them shit for no reason. Also, Julio Jones looks injured.
Oh, again.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still believe they can do it.
Wow, did you just see that? That handoff did not. That was pretty much this play again. It's my favorite. This is my favorite play ever. That's pretty much what just happened to Todd Gurley.
But Julio got you 17 this week, so.
I mean, Julio is one of those, like, I don't understand how people are like, am I going to start Julio or not? Like, you're going to start Julio. Fuck it. Oh, right. Nathan's asking, for a backup QB, should I get Burrow or Carr? Ooh. Carr's been playing surprisingly well, but I'm, like, excited about Burrow, and I know that might be because he's young and new. Like, I'm not jaded on him
Say
yet.
that one more time. What did he ask?
He is for his backup quarterback, so not like a main quarterback. Joe Burrow or Derek Carr?
Derek Carr.
Carr has great stats through his career. Like, he's solid. He really is, but he's not gonna he's not going to crush anybody for you, but he's usually consistently not terrible.
Yeah, I guess that's my problem. Is like I keep thinking about Burrow, and there's a thing that I don't know, that youth, that new, like he's learning that offense.
Sorry.
He's getting everything going. I don't know, like
Thought they just gave up. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually just trying to think this through. It's like,
I say Carr. He's just. He's
I kind of want to go Burrow for some reason.
That's what you want. Yeah. What's Burrow's schedule?
I'll look it up. Hold on.
I got it. Yeah, he's got Tennessee, Pittsburgh, Washington. That's 3 good defenses in a row.
Yeah, that's not
Then
that
he's got
bad.
the Giants, Miami, Dallas, Pittsburgh again in week 15, which could be your playoffs. Dallas week 14 and Miami week 13. So during those last 3 weeks, would you would probably use him if you needed to? Pittsburgh's the scary matchup. Dallas,
Yeah.
he could put up points against
So,
Dallas.
so here's Derek Carr. You got Cleveland, the Chargers, Denver, Kansas City, Atlanta, Jets, Colts. Then your championship would be Chargers again, and then Miami. So
like Carr's got-
Carr's low game is 15 and his high game is 29.
Yeah.
But Burrow's low game is 3 and his high game is 37. So, you know,
Yeah.
are you want a real low side and a real high side, or do you want an average consistent guy? Which is,
I think that's why I
you
might
know,
go Burrow, though, is if it's his backup quarterback, you kind of want to play the guy who can get you those boom games, right?
Yeah,
like Carr's just
possibly.
like Carr's just going to be like, hey, yeah, I'm Derek Carr. My brother's an analyst.
right? I'm going to get you 20-some points.
Yeah, I don't know. I played safe. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe that's why I suck this year. Gotta be.
Is this not normal, or do you not normally suck?
I don't know. Maybe.
I will say no. I'll say it comes and goes. When we first started, he sucked. Somewhere in the middle, he got good, and this year he's not doing well. I don't know if it's the show. He puts in a lot of work into these show docs that we have. Like, you know, he knows what's going on. I just sometimes you make the wrong call.
I just can't put it together for myself. I can't put it together for myself. I just can't. I don't know what's going on. I had a horrible draft. The draft for this league fucking sucked for me. Being the last and like it fucking sucked. I hate it. I hate that the 12th position in a fucking 12-team fucking league draft. That's fucking horrible.
Yep.
So that fucked me up big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not have a great draft position. I think I was maybe 9. I mean, not that that's in no way as bad as 12, but it was still at the tail end. So I feel you on that.
No, but yeah.
I think I did all right I had 4th overall, I remember, and I took Clyde Edwards-Helaire 4th overall. And for doing something as ballsy as that, I did okay. Because that's definitely not my best player.
Hey, Bridgewater's back in the game.
Oh, that's good. That is very good.
I thought he was. He is number 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is him. All right.
Yeah. I took Kamara was my first draft pick this year, and he's paid
that was
off.
a good pick. That was a good pick.
I mean, you can't script your first pick because you never know who's going to be there, but he's who was there.
Fine.
I feel like you can always tell what the first couple are going to be. Everyone always knows what like the first 1 or 2 are going to be. Like I don't think anyone didn't take McCaffrey number 1 this year.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be stupid not to. But now we know it would have been okay not to.
But that's injuries. You can't predict injuries except for with injury-prone people. No. You can predict that Alshon Jeffrey may never play in the NFL again because he's going to trip going onto the field again.
Yeah, Yeah, good luck to that guy. Fuck him. Anyways. Cody, we got some deep sleeper picks. Drew, close to the end of our show, we do some deep sleeper picks.
The rule is they have to they can't be on anyone's roster. It's like
sometimes they can.
Sometimes I feel like you're cheating. I've done Drew Sample 3 weeks and I finally feel like I'm fine with it. I said he hit.
He totally didn't hit on any of those 3 times, by the way.
He got me 7.7, and for a deep sleeper for a tight end, I think that's good enough for me.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my deep sleeper.
Oh, we got a question from Noah. Real quick, a question from Noah. Ayuk, T. Higgins, Justin Jefferson, pick 2 for PPR.
What? Ayuk,
so Brandon
Jefferson,
Ayuk, T. Higgins, and Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson and T. Higgins. I trust those 2. Ayuk, I don't know.
Ayuk's going to get Ayuk pretty much plays the Deebo Samuel role, so he's going to get a couple carries. Minnesota's playing Green Bay. They're going to have to throw, so I think Justin Jefferson. I think he's a must. I'm kind of in between the T. Higgins and Ayuk. I really like T. Higgins. He's been playing really well right now, but I think Ayuk's going to have a good game.
I actually don't have enough info on any of those to give anybody else advice on them. It would be a shot in the wind.
So Ayuk's on San Francisco. He's their rookie. They took him in the first round, I'm pretty sure. He's playing Seattle, which Seattle is giving up tons of wide receiver points, and that's why I really want to play Ayuk. Higgins is getting like a lot of targets for Cincinnati, but they're playing Tennessee. You know what, Noah? I'm going to say Ayuk and Justin Jefferson. That's my pick. Drummer, you said Jefferson and T. Higgins?
Yeah.
All right. That's where we're splitting that, but definitely play Justin Jefferson for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so last week for our deep sleeper, like Cody said, he picked Drew Sample for a 3rd time, and he finally kind of hit on him with 7.7 points. Mm-hmm. He's projected at 516. I picked Andy Isabella. He only ended up with 1.2 fantasy points, so I failed on that one.
And you're giving me crap for my Drew Sample pick? Come on. This is deep sleepers. This isn't sleepers. This is deep sleepers. Drew Sample was a lot more ballsy than Andy Isabella.
Anyways, this week's pick, Cody, who you got?
Kendrick Bourne, who's a wide receiver for San Francisco. This is partially because of the same thing I was just talking about with the Brandon Ayuk thing. We're talking deep sleepers. No one has Kendrick Bourne on their team right now. No one does.
Yeah.
I think that Seattle lets shit happen.
Yeah.
I think that if you are in a 16-team league and you need to fill in Kendrick Bourne, you could do worse. Put him in your flex. That's my pick.
He's got a good projection. He's projected at 8.82 for deep sleeper. That's not bad.
All right, we got another question. Oh, by the way, to Nathan, yeah, you feel mad about picking Saquon, but you can't predict injuries. It sucks. It was the right pick. Yeah. Hi, Jose Perez. Said hello. And then to Connor, should I start Mike Evans or Gio Bernard as my flex this week, full PPR?
Evans.
That is very based for me, though, is it sounds like Joe Mixon might be out.
Yeah.
If Evans. Joe Mixon, this isn't a conversation if Joe Mixon plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Godwin might not play this week. Mike Evans, regardless. Mike Evans,
yeah. Because Cincinnati, they're playing Tennessee. That's a tough defense too.
Yeah, Mike Evans, for sure.
They're Tennessee's kings of low-scoring games right now. Like they'll pop it off.
Yeah, so that's for sure. Like Gio is going to get the carries, but like since he hasn't, their offensive line's not been playing well, and even Mixon hasn't looked good. So yeah, don't do that. Stay away from that.
Yeah. You got any insight, Drew, on this one?
No.
You don't have a deep pick. You just happen to just think that you might be on a fantasy show tonight and have a deep pick.
No, I don't have anybody that deep. But speaking of deep, looks like the Panthers just went deep and are into
Yep, they're gonna lose
into the Falcons territory.
So it is
Redirected.
a minute 11. They're at the 34-yard line on my screen, and
1 left on the clock.
Yeah. So Bridgewater's taken out of bounds. Cool. So it'll be third and something. This is exactly what we predict happens with them.
Right. Well, if they're going to win, it's going to be there's going to need to be a little bonus football.
Oh, so we got Nathan's asking us start Jonnu Smith or Noah Fant this week.
Noah Fant.
That's pretty. That's 50-50 right there.
Yeah, I go Noah Fant. I'm a big Noah Fant.
See, my problem is in my head, both those guys are about the same thing.
Yes, I agree.
I like Fant's matchup, man. He's got who was it again? Fuck.
They're playing the Chargers. The Chargers are all right.
Chargers.
Honestly, I feel like that's a 50-50. Whoever wins that one is the guy who gets the touchdown.
Yep.
I like
no
it.
offense,
I like
but
Fant.
I kind of like Smith. I'm going Jonnu Smith.
I'm gonna go Fant. Yeah.
I don't know, but that's part of like when we're talking on the up down side. I took Jonnu Smith to cover 10.
Right.
Yeah. I think the under.
Connor's telling him take Jonnu. So Connor disagrees with you, drummer.
All right. So my deep sleeper is Greg Ward.
I'll give you credit on that's a decent sleeper.
Yeah, he's playing up against Dallas. He's the only wide receiver that I think is going to do anything right now for them. He's projected at 9.1.
You weren't paying attention to your news, so Rager's coming back.
Yeah.
Fulgham's been tearing it up as their number one. The 6 foot.
Oh!
Whoa! I'm in delay. Hold on a second here. I'm on a delay. What did he just say? Oh, about?
You see it.
There's a flag on it.
Yeah,
intercepted though. There's a flag. I want to see what that is. That coming back. Okay. Well, interesting.
I wonder what the flag is.
That's an
totally
awesome
a
suit. What is? We'll see what happens with Greg Ward. All I'm saying is they've been really excited about getting their rookie wide receiver back.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. It is against Dallas, and Dallas is sucking donkey balls right now. So, yeah, you could be right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it for that, right?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on the interception. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, you still got it? You just got it now?
So they're kneeling, and the game's over. I guess the show's over. The Falcons actually win one.
Wow. 2-6, huh?
Yeah, 2-6. Hey, Cody.
Yeah?
Drew. Next week on our show, we're going to be watching fucking Packers at 49ers.
That could be a good game if the 49ers get some of their injured players back.
Right.
Yeah. And guess what, Drew? You got to come and call in on this one if you're not watching the game with friends and family or something. But in week 10, the Thursday night game is the Colts and Titans.
Yeah. Oh, that should be a good one, actually.
So
Wait, since when are they going to actually give good games on Thursdays? We've been dealing with, like, Jaguars, Miami.
Yeah. And then, you know what's another good one? Week 11, Cardinals and Seahawks.
Oh, the rematch.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. So
I like that.
Yeah, and then Thanksgiving, we probably won't do a show.
I'm not doing a show on Thanksgiving. Are you kidding me?
No, yeah. But that one that's a good one. There's Ravens and Steelers.
You know, honestly, though, like I'm just supposed to go to Kristen's parents. I could possibly bring my laptop there and we could do like a 15-minute, like, hey, guys.
Yeah, we
do a little halftime show or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it on my phone just off of Zoom and play it off.
Hey, if you need a lead in for your deep sleeper,
Yeah.
In Ice Cube song, "It Was a Good Day," you should sample that "So Deep, Put Her Ass to Sleep."
That's fucking great.
I like it,
God.
but I'm just going to switch it to the Lakers beat the Supersonics.
There you go.
Anyways, I think that's our show. Congratulations to Atlanta for getting your win. Thank you, Drew, for being on the show. And
that was fun.
I really hope this button works because I just switched a bunch of stuff up on it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Set Your Lineup. Theme song is This Winter by Shadowmaster MC. You can buy that whole album on Bandcamp. shadowmastermc.bandcamp.com. For tacos, call Otto at Estrella Negra. Estrella Negra is at the corner of Western and Fullerton in Chicago. Set Your Lineup, a Something Street Studios production.